Sorry we're a little bit late. I totally did not spill coffee all over the hallway. 2 seconds.
Coffee?
Spilled coffee just before we were about to go live. Wasn't me.
Yeah. And
I don't know who it was.
And now my foot smells like coffee because I was too lazy to grab a towel, because that would have also taken longer.
To be fair, we had towels, or dirty towels, laying in the hallway. You could have grabbed one of those and just thrown it over the floor. But what did Jack do? He did just step on it with his sock and dry it that way.
The thing everybody does, but some people refuse to acknowledge that they do.
With a little bit.
It wasn't that much.
Now you have a wet sock.
Instead only near the toes. But now my toes smell like coffee.
Oh,
why would you use your own sock to soak it up? Because I'm lazy and also because I'm dumb. Like
if
genuinely grabbing a towel or some tissue, toilet paper would have been the smarter idea. I don't know why I didn't do that. Grab a straw and suck it up. Welcome in, everybody, first of all. Dark Lord, congrats on being second. Psycho, congrats on being first. How are you all doing? And yeah, maybe you have a point. Grab a straw and suck it up. It wasn't enough for that. Tifa makes it seem like we spilled like half a... her.
Yeah, I didn't even blame you.
Nothing is prepared for this stream.
It was your fault because you put that cup away too full. Yeah, it wasn't as much.
Is not the case, and I keep looking over here because for some reason everything is broken today. So not everything, but enough that I am slightly annoyed by it. So please bear with me another moment while I try to fix things. What are you doing, Tifa?
Can confirm it is a black sock, so you don't even see the stains on it. That's the advantage.
I only have black socks.
That's not true. You also have some pizza socks. Those aren't black.
95% of the socks we have are black. They're black dress socks because they go with anything.
But that's not only. We have one pair of white socks. Some pizza socks, and yeah, the rest is all black.
That's true. That's true.
Also, now that you say it, I'm quite happy you didn't grab a towel, because the towels in the hallway are all white. And you already stained a couple of them with stuff that I can't get out anymore.
You make it seem like I shit on the white towels, which, truth being told, is what it looks like. But that's not what it is. Here is what it is. It's protein shake. So, for the gym, as a drink, and to make sure that I get the protein I'm supposed to get, I always prepare a protein shake. I know that's not the best thing to drink while exercising, but fuck it, that's what I do. So, it's just water, pure protein powder, unflavored, so it looks and tastes horrible if you just throw it into the water. But I flavor that so I can actually get it down with pure cocoa powder.
Still tastes like nothing.
That way, it tastes like you have really bad chocolate in your mouth, but that's better than the plain flavor of the protein stuff, and it has the least amount of calories per protein I can think of. So, you know, function over taste. But a few times so far, my shaker bottle has leaked slightly. And you don't get those stains out, and it looks exactly like you shat on the towel. So that's what it is.
Bro, why not just buy the chocolate protein? Because more expensive.
Because the soy it's specifically soy protein, because A, I can drink it, I don't need to worry about whether it's vegetarian friendly, and it's also by far the cheapest option, and it has no flavoring stuff.
Yeah, it's very neutral. It's not even disgusting, it's just neutral.
Yeah, that's true. There is the added effect that if you just mix it with water and you let it stand for like 30 minutes, it looks like semen. And then you will taste that too, because that's exactly what it looks like, and that's horrible. No king shaming, but it ain't for me. We could buy flavored protein powders, but for one, usually they mix a bunch of stuff in there that I don't want in there, that I don't need in there, and they are more expensive. So between the whole, it's more expensive and it's less good for you, we go with the most disgusting option and just mix the stuff ourselves.
Basically, it works. Why not just mix baking chocolate in? Well, that's what he does.
That's what we do. Just not in the huge bag of protein powder. We don't just dump the chocolate and the cocoa powder in there and then mix it. We just do that when we make the shake. So,
well, that's
yes.
only you. I really don't like it with chocolate in it.
Cocoa, it's not chocolate.
Well, through the cocoa. No. That's just not that nice.
How do you know what it tastes like? Because I had the water and just protein shake, and let me rephrase it. It tastes the way it looks.
It still doesn't answer the question, but sure.
Why not just buy cum-flavored protein powder and chocolate for the same taste? Because I'm pretty sure if that existed, you would have to pay extra for it. One, for the stuff they need to add to it to give it that flavor specifically, but two, also for the novelty of it.
Why do I have a feeling that might exist?
100%.
It's like the vagina beer.
Vagina chips.
Vagina chips.
Yeah.
You don't eat candles, so that doesn't matter.
I eat candles, huh?
I was gonna say vagina candles.
Oh, you
That's
mean
also a thing.
The goop. The Gwyneth Paltrow, this candle smells like my vagina candle.
Yeah, but you can't eat that, so that one doesn't count. You do have the beer.
You can eat candles, but you really shouldn't. It's not good for you.
You do have beer, and I'm not sure which country actually developed that, because I think it was a European one.
Don't blame a country. It's people that make beer, not countries.
Where they collected yeast from several women and started using that in their beer.
Yes. So it's not that it... How do you put this properly? It's not that the beer is made to taste like genitals. They did a pap smear thing, and they used the natural yeast in women's vaginas to make the beer with.
I somehow doubt you can taste that. I'm also not interested in trying it.
I don't like beer anyway, so I'm good.
That's a part of it, I guess.
If you drink too much vaginal beer, will you get a yeast infection? Only
Imagine.
Only if you misapply the beer. It's like when you try to boof, but you get it wrong.
Let me double check where they make that again.
No country makes beer. Have you heard of Germany? Yes, and I'm in Germany and I don't make beer. So, counterpoint. Where are you in Higurashi right now? Welcome in Yaya.
How are you doing?
Is currently returning from Gifu. That is correct. We're waiting for him to return. And I assume you already know the whole story, so no spoilers. We just had Rika give us the whole spiel about everything we had asked so far, like Tokyo. That's the short version. If you know, you know, and the details you will get later when we do the recap.
It's over.
Not yet. This chapter of this episode keeps going. I expected us to be done with this 3 streams ago, but it's still going.
I also feel like it should be over.
I'm not complaining. I'm happy where it's going because I finally got answers, but at the same time, it never ends.
I think this is also a good moment to get into the recap.
No, it's not. I still had something I want to talk about.
What?
Besides things not working. You might remember that one of the...
Oh, that was so rude.
You can.
Thank you.
It's okay. We don't say things like please and thank you here, I guess.
That was supposed to be my inner thought.
You're welcome, Tifa. There wasn't a thank you either.
Yeah, thank you, no.
If you've been with us for a while, you might remember that one of the points causing arguments between Tifa and I has over the years been Tifa's hatred, absolute hatred, for getting souvenirs when we go anywhere.
Hatred is a big word.
You refuse to get souvenirs.
I don't refuse, there just aren't good souvenirs.
Many opportunities have arisen in the past to start like a little tradition to get certain things for souvenirs, but Tifa always shot them down because Tifa hates fun.
Like what?
Like rubber duckies for the bathtub.
You've never once suggested a rubber ducky for the bathtub.
I did when we went to Barcelona like 8 years ago and we came across a rubber duck store.
You did not want to buy the rubber duck.
If you don't remember that, I'm sorry for you.
What were you gonna do with all of those rubber ducks? You don't even have a Barcelona specific
duck. Because Tifa hates every single possible idea for souvenirs.
Okay.
We generally don't get souvenirs. But fate, for once, is on my side. Because last year, when we spontaneously went to Istanbul, on like the second to last day we were there, I found a little red toy car. And I kept it. Because there were no kids or any other people around who looked like they were missing this little toy car. So I kept it. When we were in Norway now, on like the second or third day, we're just walking down the street in this little town, in Stryn, I think is how you pronounce it, or Stryn, I'm not sure, I don't speak Norwegian. And I'm talking to Tifa about souvenirs actually, and about whether we're gonna finally get one. And she of course says no. But as it happens, literally
there wasn't a souvenir to
3
buy.
or 4 steps later, I come across this adorable little plastic turtle.
I found it, but sure.
But I almost stepped on it. And then I was like, God damn it, that is the souvenirs from now on, Tifa. That is the freaking souvenirs. I will pick up toys discarded from the ground to bring back home as trinkets because you refuse to let me get normal souvenirs.
Souvenirs are almost always slop-tier trinkets. We can make it even worse. Besides the trash that we find on the ground, Jack also has a habit of saving actual trash, like the wrappers of a doner that we had in Istanbul, and we showed that on stream once. Well, shit, that's not true. Are you telling me that is not right around this corner?
That is not true. Tifa...
Go get it.
Tifa is so wrong, I'm getting up from this.
You can get the red car too while you're at it. And the salt and pepper shaker, which is the souvenir, by the way, that I bought.
That doesn't count because we bought these.
When we were in Edinburgh. No. That was an actual souvenir that we got. It's a salt and pepper set in the form of 2 hairy coos. And they are absolutely adorable. And then he goes like,
long-haired cows.
You never buy souvenirs.
If you ain't Scottish.
That was an absolutely adorable souvenir.
So what Tifa has said is the truth, except it isn't. So when we went to Milan last year,
True, I said Istanbul.
Tifa insisted on me not being allowed to have fun and me not getting souvenirs. Despite specifically going back to a store we had come across earlier during the trip where we wanted to get a souvenir, but then we were there on the last night of our trip and then Tifa refused to get anything
we went in and they didn't have anything interesting and I didn't see you buying something.
No fun allowed, exactly. That is Tifa's tagline if you check hard enough. So, because it really annoyed Tifa, I kept this. This is not a sponsored stream. They don't pay us money. This is the packaging that you would get if you go to this place. I think they're an international chain. I've seen them in London too. It's called Cab House. Cab House.
Yeah, we thought it was only in Milan, but last time when we went to London, we saw one there too.
Yeah.
Piccadilly Circus, I think.
So, we were there with Tifa's brother, and Tifa's brother basically only eats 3 things, and that's chicken nuggets, kebab, and plain rice. Oh, and eggs. So, of course, naturally, one of the days when we wanted food, we stopped somewhere to get a kebab. I had a vegetarian version, of course. But they had these things around their, like, wraps, like you would put them in there. And mine was completely clean, so this isn't like a wrapper that I cleaned off the sauce off or something, or like picked the salad away from. I got this and I immediately kept it. And
That
then
is
your
that is
brother,
openly in the hallway, by the way.
yes, next to some plushies. And your brother made the joke that, oh, are you gonna keep this, Jack? And then Tifa was saying, no, throw it away. So I was like, yes, I'm keeping this, specifically because it annoys her, and that's what makes it a great souvenir, because it has emotional value.
Also, I got souvenirs. I got the Greg Cup from the UK as well last time, which was an absolute steal.
As true. Someone else didn't get his kebab because you stole it.
It's paper.
That Tifa impression. I know, I'm pretty good, right?
It's a paper thing. It goes in the trash.
You go in the trash. Your opinions are trash. And this is the little red toy car that I found on the ground underneath my seat in Istanbul at a mall. So I kept it.
I also found that. I actually dropped something under the chair. Tried to grab, or under the couch we were sitting on. Tried to grab it, misgrabbed, grabbed that thing, and Jack didn't let me throw it away.
So if you're Team Jack, you believe that fate is actually on my side and helps me stand up to the tyranny of Tifa's hatred for souvenirs. If you are Team Tifa, you believe that somehow Tifa is like a humanoid mix of a raccoon and a crow, and she keeps finding shiny trinkets and she gives them to me to keep.
Like, I'm kind of the collector of the family, I want to say. As in, this family.
I mean, you kept me, so yeah.
No one beats my grandfather. But you are the one who manages to find all the trash and keep it.
I'm sorry, this isn't trash. For one, this is pretty colorful, so it's a nice eye catch. Do I like the fact that it's basically an advertisement for this company? No, but you know, I remember it. And it made Tifa mad, so that's the value I have. This little car, I don't have any others. And this is tiny, I can just dust this every now and then. Same with this super tiny little turtle. I will always look at these and I remember where I got them from.
That is true.
And I didn't even have to pay for them.
I guess that is true. Oh, now I know, now that you're showing off the items, what we could have started the stream with.
Which is?
The giant-ass zucchini we got yesterday.
Yesterday Tifa ditched me at the gym because Tifa is weak and doesn't have discipline and she couldn't keep it up as long as I did. No, I took way longer because I had a really bad day. Tifa went home without me, and so eventually I came home, took a shower, we had dinner, and I look at Tifa standing in the kitchen and I realize there's an elephant next to her. And I look closer and I realize it's not an elephant, but it's the size of an elephant. Last year we had found, technically it was given away, this ginormous zucchini, courgette if you're nasty.
I think that's already like 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't recall. But we posted a picture on Discord back then, the thing that was like half the size of me.
I think that's been longer ago than we think.
Tifa got one yesterday as well from one of the nice people in those garden colonies.
It was like this massive... And it was like, yeah, I oversaw it in the garden. You technically don't want them to get too big because they do start losing their flavor.
Yeah.
But I find the big ones really nice for soup.
Yeah, plus...
At least last time the soup we made was delicious out of the huge one.
Plus
I think that was slightly
really
bigger.
big one from last time still was as flavorful as the smaller ones you normally get in the store.
Well, it was still really good.
We all expected it to taste like nothing, but it was perfectly fine, so maybe this one will be too. And hey, it's free food, not gonna say no to that.
No, that's true. It was very nice.
Is Jack saying he's twice the size of an elephant? I feel like it sometimes, so yes, that is in fact what I'm saying. Well pointed out. You know what's also twice the size of an elephant? Tifa. 3 caps. Hey, Tifa, what happened the last time we played Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 7 Minagoroshi?
The last time we played Higurashi, we got background information. A lot of it. There was info, and there was like a war.
Please stop
and
talking.
stuff happened
I'm
in
begging
Tokyo.
you to stop. I'm begging you to stop.
And now we're waiting for Rishi.
That...
That's my recap.
So if you have actually read Higurashi, you know what she's talking about. But if you're not, and that's who these recaps are for, this was the opposite of helpful. So, Rika is still alone at home on the day that she feels she is now destined to die yet again. She had previously considered whether she should still do something, like leave a message for her friends or not, if she should still struggle against her incoming doom, or just basically lay down and wait for her to die. She decided to do something about it, and she still called a couple of people like Oishi, who couldn't be there because he was on his way to the Gifu prefecture to check on the alleged body of Takano. But he sent some police her way to protect her, just in case, because she has been rumored to be murdered. As she is basically sitting at home awaiting death, she thinks about what will happen if Satoko comes home, because she doesn't want Satoko to get involved. Satoko does eventually come home, but she isn't alone. She brought our entire friend group, and basically they do to Rika what Rika and friends had previously done to Satoko. They hammer it into her head, hey, facing this alone isn't bravery. Trying to do something about it, getting help, seeking help, doing something, that is the true bravery. So eventually they get her to speak up. And then she lore dumped for 90 minutes.
It felt like a year, but I guess 90 minutes is closer.
I think it was about 1.5 hours. So effectively, here's a lot of the answers to questions we were asking. Takano and Tomitake are part of a group called Tokyo. Tokyo was formed by a bunch of ultra-nationalist Japanese Nazis, basically, who after World War II wanted to bring Japan back to its pre-World War II glory. They hated the new modern Japan and all that. Over time, a lot of the hardliners died out, apparently, or maybe they didn't, we don't know anybody there. And there is a lot of internal struggle in this Tokyo faction. I know it's confusing because there was also the capital city of Japan called Tokyo, but Tokyo is a shadowy organization somewhere within the government that does heinous things. Allegedly, this Tokyo was interested in using the Hinamizawa syndrome caused by a local pathogen as a weapon. Here's how it works. There is a pathogen, bacteria, virus, something, parasite, who knows. There's a pathogen, local, endemic to Hinamizawa. Anybody that lives there or spends enough time there does have it. That includes Keiichi. Now, the curse of oyashiro-sama, or that whole legend, is basically true. If you leave Hinamizawa, if you are too far away, it might get triggered. Similarly, if you become suspicious of somebody, that can also trigger it. The symptoms we know, basically you go insane and you become very violent, attacking others and eventually causing your own suicide. It has been found out that potentially it's not actually Hinamizawa that you need to be near to, but the Queen Carrier. And it appears, there's a story, a theory, that the Queen Carrier is the youngest born woman in the Furude family.
It gets passed on.
Exactly, so currently the Queen Carrier would be Rika. Effectively meaning, if somebody leaves Hinamizawa for too long, they might trigger their Hinamizawa syndrome to kick in and they go haywire. Unless potentially they stay near Rika. So the whole beehive basically could follow her somewhere. Maybe, we don't know that. For all intents and purposes, so far, it needs to stay in Hinamizawa. There is treatments, thanks to Irie, who worked on behalf of Tokyo, but Tokyo doesn't want this to be used anymore, apparently, for reasons we don't know. So they cut the funding. The idea, as Rika understands it, was that Irie is still allowed to get a proper treatment working, and when that has happened, so that everybody can be cured, then the area clinic gets shut down.
He only has 3 years to do so, though.
Yes.
Otherwise, the funding will just be cut off, and I guess they just
Everybody
expect
will just
everyone
die.
to just die.
Yes. So, how did Irie at his young, ripe age get this clinic, and how is he in charge? Well, because he got in bed with the ultra-nationalist Nazi party. But he is a good guy, he's doing this for science, right? And to help people. Tomitake was the liaison between Tokyo and Hinamizawa, hence why he comes 4 times a year here. Takano is the head of the Mountain Dogs, which is the assassination part of Tokyo. That's why she also works here.
Takano's there to keep an eye on them, check on them, and make sure the secret remains hidden, so that no one finds out what they're actually doing, and if they do, extermination.
Yes, everybody is infected. It can be managed. Potentially, it could be cured. Enrique even points out that in a previous life, in a different world, when Keiichi went to the funeral of his relative in Tokyo, that's the beginning of chapter 1, him being so far away and then returning is potentially what caused Hinamizawa syndrome to kick in. And Tifa is giving you that shit-eating grin because we have a rule that there are no electronic devices other than the ones we need to stream while we're streaming, and she forgot to...
Wait, at least let me put it to Do Not Disturb.
That's what I'm doing, Tifa, and I'm putting it into airplane mode if I can. There we go. Anyway.
I forgot my watch and it kept beeping on my wrist.
Look, no watch because I prepare for my streams. That's it, basically.
So now we told the entire story to our friends. They're all like, oh!
Wait, I'm infected too? Yes, you are, but everything should be fine, hopefully. Okay, cool. Let's help you.
We're now all convinced that Ooishi is the one to trust the most and not the Mountain Dogs. And now Eureka also gave Ooishi a call. He's done wrapping up in Gifu. He has said he confirms that his suspicion so far is correct and that it is not Takano's body that was found because they made a major fuck up, mistake, whatever. He didn't say what exactly. But he will catch us up later, and he is now on his way to Rika and her friends, and then they will start telling him everything. But before that, we had a swap of perception, and now we saved in the car with Ooishi and what's his name?
Kumagai. Tifa forgot the most important thing.
What?
The very most important thing. Because everybody is hungry and it's getting late, Satoko has to make dinner for everybody. A stir fry.
And that's where we were.
I think this is very important. This is character development. She's never cooked for that many people before. She needs to cook for her 6 friends, plus the police officers downstairs, and Ooishi, and Kumagai. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of stress for a young kid like this.
That's a lot of stress for me already. I once remembered having the entire family over for dinner. Like my family and his. That was so stressful.
Yeah, for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. The stress was. Tifa, are you ready for some Higurashis?
I'm ready.
You sure about that? No.
I'm getting hungry. Joke's on you, I'm always hungry.
Same.
Want to grab something on the way?
No, that's right. It's almost 8 p.m. We had a late lunch today, so I didn't realize. We can go get something after we finish hearing her story.
You've sent 4 officers there. They're probably pretty worn out by now. Hopefully Furude-san ordered them something to eat.
Making it. See, this is literally what it just led into. Ooishi and Kumagai had passed through Okonomiya and were getting closer and closer to Hinamizawa. They hurried on their way, driving through their dark streets. Question. How far away does Hinamizawa syndrome extend? Because wouldn't it be insane, or an insane stroke of macabre bad luck, if Ooishi now went to Gifu Prefecture together with Kuma guy, and they come back, then they listen to the story of all of his suspicion, and then they go, murder!
Enough for the story to work, but yeah, it would be funny if that is the trigger.
Fair.
But in a way, it also doesn't make that much sense in this case, because as officers, they have to have suspicion in their job. You know how often they have to suspect a suspect?
Are you saying that the one little, like, throwaway line in all of it's like, well, Hinamizawa syndrome can get triggered, but it doesn't have to, is convenient for the story?
The one thing I don't actually agree with is the fact that they have nailed it down so much to you have to become suspicious of someone instead of having it be like negative emotions.
Suspicion can trigger it. It makes it more likely that it gets activated.
Yeah, but they nailed it down to suspicion.
Yes.
I don't know. That's the one thing I don't like too much. But...
I don't know enough about biology to tell you whether or not suspicion specifically causes a certain like hormone or reaction in your body to happen.
Could be. Do not know, but even if they did...
Sus. Indeed. It's never really made clear where Hinamizawa is, but they imply that Gifu is a neighboring prefecture. That sounds pretty far away to me.
It's like an hour.
But Oyashiro-sama allows it. They hurried on their way, driving through the dark streets.
I wonder what Rika Furude wants to talk to you about.
Probably something outrageous. That village, used to be called Onigafuchi Village. They took the name Onigafuchi, the demon abyss, from the local swamp.
And like an abyss, it's hard to know its depth, huh? What are you planning to do about her protection?
Depending on what she tells us, we might have to move her to a safer location. The whole of Hinamizawa is like a lion's den. You never know what can happen in that village. For now, we just need to hear what she has to say.
The head of the Furude family is in danger, and the successor of the Sonozaki family is trying to protect her. Who would even be capable of killing Rika under those circumstances?
A nuke. It usually works on anything.
Nuclear swamp farts. The only people I can think of are the Kimiyoshi family.
I've never heard of them getting up to anything fishy. I guess there must be a fanatical religious sect lurking in the village. I wonder what secret lies at the bottom of that swamp.
If they wanted to kill her, they already had the chance, seeing how they kind of adopted her.
Yeah.
Like they could have murdered her in her sleep back then.
Yeah. The road they were on was cutting through the rice fields, leading them to pass by the scene of Jiro Tomitake's murder.
Takano left Tomitake there. I'm sure of that, but I wonder what he actually died of. Forensics didn't find any drugs in his system, did they?
We forgot that during the recap. Conveniently, for investigative purposes, Hinamizawa syndrome, the pathogen, is inside your body when it breaks out, but apparently only in the stomach area.
No, it can only be found when you're alive. After you are dead, they cannot find any trace of it.
Only while you're alive, and only in a very specific part of your body, and it vanishes after you die. So we were led to believe that it's in the stomach area, hence the...
I don't remember the stomach area.
The traditional gutting during Watanagashi. Not said, but implied. I didn't find anything, but that doesn't prove it either way. There are hundreds of strange chemicals in this world. There's no proof that a drug wasn't used. It must just be one of the ones that we're not aware of. I'm sure of that. There must be some kind of drug out there that can make someone claw out their throat and die. I'm going to grill the culprit about it once I make the arrest. Of course, it would be easier if that's what Rika Furude is going to tell me. Kuma-chan, you must have learned exactly how false charges are made, seeing what happened in Gifu today.
That was horrible. If that guy was at our station, I'd never forgive him.
He flat out refused to admit he made a mistake. The Gifu police department as a whole is still convinced that the body belongs to Mio Takano, but we'll operate under the assumption that she lives. The top of the department will make the final decision. It's obvious that they made a simple mistake. I'm just desperately covering it up because we'll be in trouble if they admit it. I don't think just claiming it's a body of somebody specific when you don't actually know that and when it's verifiably false is a small mistake.
The
Can you stop swirling your coffee like this? Because
fake
I see
dental
it
records and stuff.
go flying. Yes. Oh well, I just accepted fake dental records.
It's not gonna fly, it's almost empty. There's nothing to still fly.
I really need to rethink the attitude. The car suddenly shook. The concrete road had ended, leaving only gravel. At the point where the gravel road begins, you're officially in Hinamizawa.
In Belgium.
No, in Hinamizawa. I continued to drive through the woods for a while. Kuma-chan, stop the car.
What?
Ooishi had told him to stop immediately. Kumagai quickly slammed on the brakes. The seatbelts tightened up, keeping them in their seats.
What's wrong?
That car over there. I wonder what it's doing. Oh, she tapped on the rearview mirror. There was a van parked just off a road. Rather beat up, it looked like it was used for a private company.
It's the mountain dogs.
There was no reason for someone to park their car here, especially at this time of night. Kumagai also thought it looked suspicious. The car seemed empty, but there was a light flashing in the woods nearby. Probably a flashlight.
Strange that a van is out there at this hour. I'm surprised you even saw it.
If there is an unmarked van, and as you halt your car, and you look at the van in the rearview mirror, and suddenly you see flashing from a flashlight coming from the forest, keep driving.
Right.
Do not get out.
What if he has puppies?
Dumb ways to die. Stop the car, we're entering Wallonia. What?
What's a Wallonia? What if they have candy?
Or puppies.
Or puppy.
Or both. Or both.
Same thought. I'm not sure. So candy would be very specific if you want to lure me along. Like, I wouldn't just come along for any type of candy. But puppies?
Don't give away the jig, Tifa. Don't tell them what candy to lure you in.
I'm not saying but puppies probably does the trick.
Not puppies. Bats.
Well, bats will definitely do the trick.
Yeah. And she just gave it up.
Especially if they're the big ones. Actually, oh no, I'll take the small ones too. Like both are fine.
What is Jack's favorite candy? That is a really good question because I don't really eat a lot of candy. Because when I buy it, I eat it. And then I need to burn those calories. Tifa, what's my favorite candy?
That is a really good question, actually.
I used to really like Kit Kat, but eggs! It should be eggs! It should be that my favorite candy is eggs.
Is Kit Kat, does that fall under candy? I feel
it's a chocolate bar, yeah.
I always thought that was its own category.
But I used to enjoy Kit Kat, but even though I still do, I don't usually buy it like maybe once a year when I really feel like it. Because the company behind it is Nestle, and fuck Nestle for all they do on a global stage. So I
Kit Kat's good.
I don't know if that counts.
Years, but...
What? Is there anything else that I buy sometimes?
The salt sticks.
That's not candy, that's snacks.
Well, Kit Kat falls on the candy too. So I feel
yeah, like
that
once a year, isn't like really on the scale now, is it? I don't know.
Mm.
I think the thing I've eaten the most of that has like a sweet taste that you could count as candy has been protein bars lately. And that's just the cheapest vegan one I can find.
Yeah, but you don't eat that because you love the flavor over everything else.
After eating like a dozen of them in Norway, I did kind of get used to the flavor and I did enjoy it.
Not even Kinder Egg?
Again, that would have been a very smart choice of me to say because, eggs, but
I feel like
they're
Kinder
really
Eggs
expensive.
Really expensive for what you get and also too sweet.
Yeah.
Like it's the sort of sickening sweet. Even though I do enjoy it every now and then.
I'm gonna say they probably changed the recipe at some point to make it more sweet. That Every now and then, like if you give me one, I'll eat it, but it's not like I go to a store and buy one. The last time I bought one was like maybe once in the last 10 years.
I think it's just because you're not used to it anymore. Then, especially compared to other chocolate, it seems sweeter every time you have it.
Yeah, possibly. Actually, I think I know one. Raffaello's. Those white cocoa shavings covered balls.
Yeah, those are good. You also have the
Rocher.
Rocher.
Tifa was just making a round shape with her fingers, and I could tell.
That is
Fucking love those.
That is a good choice.
Yes.
We never buy them, but your grandmother sometimes gives them to us.
I haven't had Raffaello or Rocher or any of those things in years. Because I cannot buy them. I mean, physically I'm capable of buying them and they're not that expensive. You can go buy them. But if I buy a package of them, they will not survive the day. I will eat an unhealthy amount of them, so to not go there, I just avoid buying them.
Also, I just want to say in between that I've done some sexy finger bondage here. And I'm not sure
Kinky. I did this not because I needed the finger bondage in my face just to refocus the camera.
Huh? Kind of looks like an outfit.
Wonderful, Tifa. Go play with the octopus unless you dropped it again.
Well.
What are your favorite candies? What's yours?
I have no clue.
I have no clue.
Can't tell you.
Stroopwafel. Caramel waffles from
It's not a candy.
Netherlands. It's sweet. It counts.
I'll take stroopwafel. I'll pick that over a lot of things, but I don't think it's candy.
And if I ever see a van filled with Raffaellos and or stroopwafel, I know it's you, Dark Lord, trying to kidnap us. Please don't also bring corgis.
I like an almond joy, zero bar, or a moon pie. The moon pie is the Asian things that have like an egg yolk in it, no?
No, I think it's a little cookie.
Oh.
I think you are thinking of something else.
Then I have no clue what.
No, that's moon cakes. Thank you, I couldn't think of a term.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I have no clue what any of them are.
I bought moon cakes once because they were super cheap at our Asia supermarket. Deep cuts. I love the dough and the filling, but because that's how they're made, they put an egg yolk in there, and that's a salted egg yolk, and that ruined it for me.
Yeah, the rest was really good.
It wasn't horrible, but I have this really nice, really dense, super high calorie cake that I'm eating, and suddenly there's egg yolk in it, and it's salty. It's like...
It's also a bit crumbly, which is not my thing.
I see the contrast. I see what you're going for. Don't like it. Moon pie is a thin cookie with marshmallow between them and coated in a sweet sauce.
Okay.
I think Dark Lord posted a picture once.
Oh, that could be. What I'm imagining in my head is more like a s'more, I think it's called.
Probably, yeah.
Where you mash a marshmallow in between two things.
That is a s'more. Yeah. Talking about suspicious snacks.
Now I'm hungry.
It's like I keep telling you. A detective always has to pay attention to his surroundings. I wonder what he's doing there. Is he dumping something illegally? Is he dumping someone's body? Maybe it's a pair of lovebirds on a secret date? Well, that can't be it, judging by the van. Hello? Okonomiya Security? Do you read me? Good evening and good night.
This is Okonomiya Security, reading you loud and clear.
I need a license number scan.
That's... It might take a while.
Of course it will take a while if you cough instead of saying the details. We'll wait.
Ooishi-san, according to this map, there's a facility of the Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Corporation there.
Are they gonna cut communications? What in the world is a facility of the NTT? It was listed as a facility, but it wasn't staffed. It was just a place where machines were installed. And Kumagai wasn't sure how the telephone lines actually work, but either way, it seemed like some kind of connecting device was located there. They're either tapping or they're gonna disrupt comms. Among Us terms, because that's how I communicate. In the 80s, they don't have internet. Yes, but they have a phone line. I would think.
It sounds so weird to say in the 80s they don't have internet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, but still.
But that's just an ordinary van. It doesn't look like it belongs to the entity.
If it is them, shouldn't their name be on the van?
Maybe some other company is contracted to do it. Anyway, we should just go and ask. Don't get out of a car, that's how you die! Oh, she wasn't sure if that was the case. After all, why would any phone company go do maintenance so late at night? Let's go and check what's going on. Fruta-san is waiting for us, so we need to be fast.
Yes, sir. This is where they die, and then nobody is there to save Rika, so they all die too. So this end, everyone dies.
His well-honed detective instinct was trying to tell him something. This feeling wasn't one that Ooishi could easily explain. He has a strong sense that something was suspicious without any real reasoning behind it. Ooishi trusted that he could judge others' character with that sense. Nightingale 2 to Nightingale 1. A vehicle is stopped nearby. 2 people got out. They are probably police officers. They're approaching and will make contact in less than a minute. It was pitch black, yet they could see the 2 newcomers clearly. They're probably using a night vision scope.
Roger. Attention all units. Nightingales 2 through 5, wait for the green light. Nightingales 7 and 8, make sure the surrounding 100 meters are clear. Roger. Nightingale 4 and 5, do you copy?
Nightingale 4, roger. Nightingale 5, roger. Nightingale 7, roger.
Nightingale 8, roger.
This is Nightingale from HQ, Nightingale from HQ. There's been some trouble during the modification of the phone facility. We had 2 police detectives.
Why even add the Nightingale, by the way, when it's just the numbers?
We request clearance to open fire. Roger, wait for the order. Because it sounds cool, Tifa. And that way you know that it's the person who's supposed to speak to you. Because who else could have figured out the term?
Yeah, but they already get called themselves by the name too, so then you already know.
Tifa could never be in an 80s action movie. By the time Ooishi and Kumagai reached the phone facility, they were being watched from all directions. There were 2 pairs of binoculars and 2 sniper rifles pointed at them. The Mountain Dog operatives worked in 2-man units, a sniper and a spotter, to secure the means of retreat. They had all taken different positions so that they could shoot Ooishi no matter what. They had all taken different positions so that they could shoot Ooishi no matter where he tried to run. They were all in camouflage suits hiding deep in the woods. Ooishi, of course, had no chance of spotting them. The snipers had their rifles trained on the detectives' heads. Ooishi and Kumagai had no idea that they were on the verge of losing their very lives. The snipers' rifles had their safeties on, but a flick of their thumbs would release them. In other words, they were ready to shoot if given the order. Why would you get out of a car?
Well,
The detectives found the fenced-in machinery right behind the parked van. There was a sign there saying it was the property of a Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Company, and another sign warning people to keep away. Oh, that's the same thing. I thought Nippon Telegraph and the other thing were 2 different ones.
no, one is the abbreviation.
Hello, good evening.
Sorry, but could you step back? We're in the middle of a maintenance operation.
There were 4 men working there wearing blue overalls. They had a toolbox open and were working on some wires. Sorry to interrupt. We're from the police. We were wondering what you guys were doing, since it's pretty strange to see a van parked out here.
Good evening, officers.
And then he shot them in the head.
We're almost finished here.
Who are you guys? You're not from the entity, are you?
Oh, we're not, no. We're from Okanogi Electrics.
That Okanogi family, they are everywhere, in every field. They make it so hard for startup companies to set foot into the market.
Sorry, I'm out of business cards.
Okanogi Electrics. Where's the office located?
Well, it's in Okonomiya.
Could you give me the phone number and address of your office?
Why do you want to know?
You forgot the telephone number. She looked at them with a piercing glare. Her response was very suspicious. Usually the vehicle of an electric company is full of various types of electrical equipment and repair tools. However, the van parked here had nothing inside and it looked just like an ordinary car. Perfect music to die to.
It's not looking too good.
Also, a company vehicle usually has the name of a company painted on it. But this one was just a plain van with no markings on it. None of that was the reason that ooishi found him suspicious though. It was their attitude that bothered him. They didn't sound nor look like typical contractors. They were obviously not electricians. It was far too late in the day and there were far too many of them.
At this point you know you're outnumbered and I know you find them suspicious, but this is where you go like, okay, so how long are you gonna be there? Well, as long as you're not there too long, it's fine, thank you, bye. Get out and just call someone.
Never going without backup, right? They were also clearly suspicious of ooishi. However, that was all he could tell just by looking around. He found them suspicious, but had no idea what they were up to. One of the men told ooishi the phone number. Kumagai wrote down the number so he could ask the station to call and confirm it was real.
We're not doing anything suspicious.
You guys are very suspicious. Who are you? If you're really a contractor, you should have proof of that. Sauce, trust me, bro. Sauce, my ass. But you don't have anything. Besides, everything about you seems off.
How would you say that? Officer, please don't cause us any trouble. Just leave us alone. We would just want to finish up our job here.
Judging from their progress, it didn't look like they'd be cleaning up anytime soon. In fact, it almost seemed like they were just getting started. It's pretty obvious that you're lying, son. You should have studied the role a little bit better if you wanted to pretend to be an electrician.
Why is he starting a fight?
She raised his voice threateningly. The members of her mountain dogs gradually started to look more and more annoyed. Ooishi looked over their expressions and gave him a big wide grin. However, ooishi had no idea. He thought he could handle these suspicious people with no issues. Of course, in reality, they were horrific demons that he had no chance against. Meanwhile, Kumagai was heading back to the car. He was intending to contact the police department. He was going to call the station using the radio. Then, in turn, the police department would contact the NTT. That way it would become clear who they were really dealing with. HQ to Nightingale 1, you have permission to fire.
Nightingale 7, clear.
Nightingale 8, clear. The sniper was still aiming at Kumagai's head as he headed back toward their car. The safety, that last line protecting Kumagai's life, was disengaged. The sniper put his finger on the trigger. He was wearing a glove with the fingertips cut out. The finger poking through the hole was very rough and merciless. Yes, Tifa?
I'm just looking if my fingers look merciless.
No, they don't. For as soon as he slightly moved that finger, he would take someone's life. Nightingale 1 to sniper team, all green. Kumagai heard a quiet noise. It was similar to the sound of a jump rope that he used as a whip when he was little. And that was the last thought Kumagai had in this world. Kumagai collapsed onto the gravel. That was it. He didn't even twitch. Ooishi was laying on his back on the concrete after getting shot in the chest. His lungs were filled with blood which began to pour out of his mouth. Ooishi only realized that he'd been shot when the world began to blur before his eyes. As his world keeled over, he saw the man in the work uniform leveling a gun at him, but it didn't matter anymore as he started drowning on his own blood.
This is the first time Ooishi got killed.
That we know of.
That we know of.
This is Okonomiya Security. We've scanned the license plate number. Detective Ooishi? Detective Ooishi, please come in. Huh? Did we lose the signal or something? Detective Ooishi, come in. He's not answering.
Ooishi-san wanted a plate number scanned? Whose car is it?
It's just a villager's car. No one special.
Who is it? It must be someone suspicious if Ooishi is asking about them.
It really seems like nobody out of the ordinary. No accidents, no tickets.
He probably got pissed off after that car passed him or something. He can be a pretty stubborn guy sometimes.
And the Wichita linemen are still on the line. Who? Ryukishi has a thing for his murder scene soundtracks. GG's. He tried so hard.
And in the end...
It didn't even matter. This is Nightingale. Both targets eliminated. Resuming the mission. Roger. Be sure to dispose of their vehicle. Major, Nightingale has just terminated 2 officers. They are resuming their mission.
Sweet dreams, Ooishi-san. Too bad he was getting so close to catching me. Can I get a cup of coffee?
Alright. What's with that big green ribbon?
Probably the sign of...
Why does the console art not have it?
Why do they have a cape?
Because it looks cool as hell. You see what I mean? Like the cape is still there and the outfit still works. But in the remake they still kept that big ass ribbon, which is super catchy, that they also have in the original.
Well, it doesn't really match the outfit, especially if you are a secret organization sneaking around. You don't want some bright green thing in there.
The evil beret symbol though, that is true.
It looks like a corfish from a distance.
In the console art it's like a skull, and in the remake it looks like a bird with 2 heads or something.
Or a lobster. Too small to see on stream though.
I miss the big green ribbon. I mean, Tifa has a point, that is an eye catch and you don't want that when you're supposed to be incognito, but...
I wouldn't take you as seriously, probably, as a secret organization.
Fair enough. His death isn't even cinematic, just puny and sad, ruthless. I think that's the beauty of it. It shows you how matter of fact the mountain dogs are. Like, there is no 2 thoughts about it, it's just get in position, wait for the signal, go, done.
Yeah.
It's like, it's sterile, it's like surgery. It's like everybody gets in position, click, click, done.
But now
just
with
another Tuesday.
Ooishi's death, I think all hopes of this chapter, everyone surviving, kinda went out the window. Because now I think everyone will just get murdered.
Potentially. Let's find out. Absolutely. This is getting complicated. There's still several officers at R's house and her friends are there as well. R must know that she's getting murdered tonight, as someone is leaking information. I think we should postpone the plan.
We have to have her corpse by tomorrow. That's what's most convenient for the people in charge. We have to execute this mission tonight.
A crucial part of his final mission was the death of Rika and what came after that. They couldn't just kill her whenever they wanted. Doing it at the right time was vital. Maybe she's panicking at the dog's excessive security.
No, it's not that information is being leaked. She's predicting it. She knew that Tomitaka was going to die, and she even knew how my body was going to be found. She's the queen. She's the genuine heir to the blood of Oyashiro-sama. Her priestess and the queen position at the top of Hinamizawa's supernatural phenomena. It's impossible to hide things from God. Assassinating Rika Furude won't be so easy. Alright, Rika-chan. Let's see which of us deserves to inherit the legend of Oyashiro-sama. Your death will be the final curse of Oyashiro-sama, and it will mark the finale of this legendary village. I mean with inherit. When that happens, my plan will become the real curse.
Takano's voice actor does an insanely great job in Higurashi. Her seagull laugh is iconic.
I find all of the voice actors' bits that we have heard so far good, but now I really want to hear that seagull laugh. Is it in the hehehehe?
Are you ready, Tifa?
I'm ready.
私の作り上げた物語はその時こそ本当のたたりになるの。
No, that's not the seagull.
I'm disappointed and my day is ruined. I was hoping for seagull laugh. And all I got...
We just have this wrong one.
Fair
We
enough.
need more hysterical laughter.
Is this the end of the episode in the chat? That's you, that's Rika.
It was now past 8 p.m. Mion ordered some noodles for us, her treat.
Seagull laugh exists. I believe you. I'm sure we'll get to it at some point. Just not right now.
I think it's the UK that has a seagull calling competition, which is also really funny to watch.
Yeah, you need to watch that. It's amazing. You see people that they look like humans, but then they put a microphone in front of their faces and they go, and then you hear seagull. I have no idea how you can contort your vocal apparatus in a way that you sound like that bird.
Hidden talents.
Amazing.
Also, it's getting so warm in here. Is that thing on?
Ventilation is on. I can make it go harder over you.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
There you go.
We also ordered some food for the 4 officers, and we all ate together.
Food.
We were supposed to call it night as soon as we talked to Ooishi, but he's still not here. However, we all took it easy, assuming that they'd get here sooner or later.
Yeah, I don't think he's still gonna show up.
More later. It's getting late. Once you get to Hinamizawa, there aren't many places to get something to eat. I'm sure they're having a quick dinner before coming here. However, the 4 officers seem anxious. They all had families, but Ooishi didn't tell them how late they'd have to be out here. They're hoping that Ooishi will bring other officers to relieve them so they can go home.
Think of the overtime pay.
They called the station, but all they said was that he was on his way. And we should wait, because he'll be here soon. That Ooishi sure is late. I'm sure he's stuck in traffic. It's still rush hour. Those officers have been here since this afternoon, right? They must be tired by now.
I know. It sucks that they don't even know when they can go home.
Corporate life.
Mandatory overtime.
Should we patrol outside so they can get some rest? We can have Satoko set up some traps to prevent strangers from coming in here.
That's a really cute idea, but nobody should leave the house.
Home with Rika.
Mm-hmm.
Good thinking, Shian-san. However, just think, this is our house. We already have several traps set up around this place. Really? We should be careful when we're around here. With our stomachs full, the mood in the house had returned to a light-hearted one.
How much prep time does she get? The same amount Batman gets. So, technically, we're undefeatable.
True, we shouldn't be so relaxed, but knowing that Ooishi would be here shortly made us feel relieved. But he's so late. He said he'd be here in an hour. Mion mentioned he might have gotten stuck in traffic, but I'm sure Ooishi was considering that. That's why he told me it'd take him about an hour. And it had now been 1 hour since the time Ooishi was supposed to get here. I want to believe that he's getting something to eat on the way, but I'm starting to get concerned.
When you're watching on your phone where the delivery guy is with a delivery that you're waiting for, 4 stops away.
Ooishi still hasn't shown up. It's almost 11 o'clock. The officers are completely exhausted. They had even started to smoke cigarettes outside. My friends are becoming tired too. Satoko is yawning. It's way past our bedtime. Everyone else is getting tired and sleepy, and we've been spending our time watching TV and reading manga. I can feel my fear succumbing to sleepiness. Succumbing.
You want to do it again?
No.
Please do.
I can feel my fear succumbing to sleepness. It's the
Sleepness?
fear. It's the fear.
Sleepness?
Sleepiness. It's the fear. Today is almost over.
It's the sleepness.
Heart attack, suddenly 2 shots go off outside. 3 shots go off outside.
Don't we have all the windows and stuff closed?
I didn't open any today, I think.
Don't know if a microphone's picked it up, but somebody's shooting something outside. Which is weird, because that's not usually something that happens here.
A bit early for fireworks.
Yeah, probably a soccer game or something.
Today is almost over. I'm going to survive the day I'm supposed to die. Does that mean that I escaped my deadly fate?
Nah, they're waiting you out. They wait until everybody passes out from exhaustion and then they come in and kill you.
Wait, how many shots was that? 3 or 4?
4.
4 officers outside. Bam! All gone.
If that was a sound effect that we just heard? Okay.
No, but it would have been fun.
Yes.
No, I'll have to fight endlessly from tomorrow on. I was going to discuss that with Ooishi. Since he's not here, I don't know what to do from this point on. Suddenly the phone rang, breaking the silence.
Okonogi. Is that ooishi-san?
Hello? This is the Furude residence.
I'm sorry to call you this late. This is Kumiyama calling from the Okinomiya Police Department. By any chance is Detective Ooishi there with you?
No. We've been waiting for him for a long time.
I see. We'll send out more officers, so will you tell the ones there to leave once their relief comes?
Okay, I'll do that. So, where is Ooishi?
We got a call from him this evening saying he was heading there directly, so we thought he'd be with you already. The officers were supposed to return after Ooishi arrived, but they haven't come back, so we were wondering what was going on.
That's what I'd like to know, but arguing with the man on the phone wouldn't accomplish anything. I hung up and gave the message to the officers downstairs. It looked like everyone already heard our exchange on the phone. I wonder what's going on. He's way too late. Maybe he ran into some important case that he had to take care of? He would have called us if so.
Yeah.
He told us that he was on his way. I think he'd call us if something was going on.
Agreed. Was he attacked by Tokyo?
No way! But if they're really as scary as Rikashima told us, that might be possible. He probably had something to take care of. I bet he forgot to call us. Remember, he's a tough guy. No one can take him down that easily.
Bullets sure can.
I do hope he gets here soon. Satoko yawned. Everyone laughs, but some of them are trying not to yawn themselves. Joke's on you, I'm always yawning. We can't stay up forever.
Yes, we can.
We decided that we'd call it a night once the replacement officers arrived. I'm sure I've survived past the time I was supposed to die. That's probably because the police were protecting me. Perhaps both Takano and the mountain dogs are also on my side, and they took care of the murderer.
You're getting careless.
I don't know who is changing my fate. Maybe it hasn't been changed, and I'm going to get killed soon anyway. I don't know if it's because of the police or because of the dogs, but the only thing I know for sure is that I'm still alive. Soon I heard the noise of someone walking on the gravel on the shrine grounds. One of my friends suggested that it might be Ooishi, but I doubt it. I don't want to expect him and be disappointed when it's not. I'm starting to think like Hanyu.
Good evening, I'm Komiyama. I'm from the Okinomiya Police Department.
It wasn't Ooishi. 2 of his fellow detectives had arrived instead. They were going to stay downstairs and have the 4 officers return home. They also told my friends to leave.
We'll stay here to protect her, so please go home. Your families must be worried about you.
There's a murderer on the loose and we're here to protect Rika from
Komiyama
it.
is the murderer.
But all of you guys, please go ahead. Please go out into this village, into the forest, into wherever you must go to go home.
Komiyama is the killer.
Please try to avoid the murderer.
Komiyama is the killer, 100%. Good old Furt Banana Koniyama. Voiced him during my group's playthrough. I find him suspicious as hell.
I don't think it's gonna be him.
I think it is him. Why else would he tell the others to go home?
Because they've been there since early afternoon.
So what's wrong with a sleepover? I'm
But
talking
that's
about the
illegal.
kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. The detectives are here, so I'm okay now. Are you sure? We'll stay here tonight if you like. I'm fine. Besides, I don't have any extra pajamas and blankets for you guys. I think her best bet is to sleep over at the Sonozaki's.
The best bet is to call Oreo, get her to get together a bunch of Yakuza thugs, go over to the shrine, and then escort her military style. And then stay at the Sonozaki compound.
See you tomorrow then. We'll try and stay with you as much as we can from now on. How about we do club activities here after school? That would be wonderful. Beep. My floor might break with all these people here.
It might really break.
Well, Rika-chama, we're going home now, but be careful. Do not go out alone in the dark under any circumstances. I'll be careful. Alright. See you tomorrow. Yes. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Am I really going to see them tomorrow?
Nah, they're all gonna get killed on the way.
I have no clue. No, they've no reason to kill them now that they're going home.
But they could know things, so they must die.
I've tried so many things over the past 100 years. I've done many things, and I have memories of most of them. That's why I feel so scared on the day I die. It's the only day that I have no memory of. I don't even know if I'm approaching or escaping my death right now. All I know is that this fear is going to continue until I find some kind of solution. As I started getting ready to go to bed, Satoko suggested that I should sleep in my regular clothes rather than in my pajamas. She was thinking that I should remain dressed, just in case someone tries to attack me in my sleep. It sounded ridiculous, but she was just trying to be considerate. It's not the worst idea, honestly.
Okay. I mean, I never considered the battle advantages of my street clothes versus my pajamas, but I guess.
Decided to do what she told me to. It's like when you then sleep with your shoes on, you can run out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Satoko seemed so sleepy until a few minutes ago, but she suddenly started passionately explaining to me all the traps she set on the shrine grounds.
She's so sweet.
She assured me that strangers will end up trapped if they try to sneak inside this building. To someone else, it might sound like she was just trying to brag, but Satoko was trying to make me feel better. After everyone left, she noticed how scared I looked.
Who wouldn't?
Her kindness and everyone else's kindness. I feel it was the right decision for me to talk to them, even if that won't end up changing my fate. Rika! Hanyu showed up again. She looked upset, so she was probably still thinking I could get killed at any minute. But I'm actually starting to feel a little better. How about she listens along to the radio conversations happening outside so that she can go, "Hey, Ooishi is dead. Get out of here."
Yeah, imagine.
I might get killed tomorrow, but I feel like I can rest safely, at least for tonight. I'm more concerned about the fact that Ooishi didn't show up. Still, even if he didn't, the other detectives are here and will stay on guard downstairs without sleeping. As long as they're here, I think I'll be safe tonight. What's wrong? Are you hungry? I didn't eat anything sweet today. Do you want me to drink some juice? Hanyu would usually cheer right up when I suggested drinking some juice, but not this time.
She wants Raffaello.
Her face looked pale, as if she wasn't even alive. Something out of the ordinary had clearly happened. What's wrong? It's almost time. That sounded far more like a declaration than a prediction. Even Hanyu doesn't have any memories of my death. There's no way she can tell when I will be killed. But she sounded so certain just now. Perhaps we can feel it in the very cells of our body. Our bodies understand fate far better than we do. Up until now, I felt reassured that we could get through it if somehow we're all together. But as I clung to that life preserver with a hole leaking air, I was starting to drown in a sea of despair and struggling to keep my head above water. No, I can't let myself feel that way. I have to believe. It's okay, Hanyu. I'm going to fight. Even if I get killed tomorrow, I'm not going to die tonight. Hanyu just gave me a look of faint sadness.
Why wouldn't she try to help?
What's she gonna do?
Tell her what's happening. Tell her why she feels this way. Tell her who's outside. Tell her what she saw if she has those abilities.
Yeah, that I agree with. That silence told me that my pitiful hope was going to push me down into a future reality.
Future?
Future. I stared at Satoko as she continued to brag about her traps. If I'm getting killed shortly, Satoko won't be safe either. I quickly interrupted her talk about the traps.
I mean, saying someone I don't recognize is coming after you might not be helpful. No, but someone I don't recognize approaching the house is a clue.
Yeah.
So I could try to lay a trap on the staircase.
She could try to, especially since we're suspecting the mountain dogs, she can just hang around them and see what they're up to.
Do I believe that Rika stands a chance against a group of, I assume, at least 16 trained killers coming in pairs of 2 because Nightingale won for 8 earlier? No, of course not. But if I'm given the option to just lay in my bed and wait to be killed by an assassin versus trying to fight them off, I will choose trying to fight them off.
And worst case, she has the memories for another life.
No, she never remembers the day of her death.
No, she never remembers how she dies.
She never remembers the day of her death. You just read that line.
I don't think it's about the full day.
Where was it? Beyond that. But with enough practice, hopefully. I'm just saying, even if the chances are slim, I can choose to have no chance or I can choose to have an infinitesimally small chance. I will take the tiny chance. Details about the nature of her death and the day it happens are fuzzy at best in retrospect, yes.
Okay, fair. I thought it was just about the death. But even then, if Hanyu did all of these things, she would have already learned about this days in advance.
Imagine if Hanyu could actually be helpful for once and she could go and check where, Ooishi might be. She could, in the hours we've waited for him since he was supposed to be here, she could have gone out there and then she might have seen the car. And then she could have come back and go, oh my god, Ooishi and Kumagai are dead, call the police and tell them what just happened. But she doesn't because this yokai is useless.
The time was 1 in the morning. As it's hardly a big city, 1 a.m. in Hinamizawa is the middle of the night. Even in a big city, it's still the middle of the night.
No, it's not.
Except in Oslo.
Exactly, that's when the parties start.
The darkness here gets very deep. There was light leaking out from the first floor where 2 detectives sat on guard, but everything else was pitch black. Even the moonlight seemed indistinct.
It's time. 2 detectives are downstairs. It's been more than an hour since the light went out above them. Awaiting orders to begin the attack.
What a beautiful night. You have permission to engage.
Should we terminate the detectives?
Yes. Everyone in the Furude Shrine will be demoned away tonight. It's better that way.
HQ to Phoenix. Commence the mission. Terminate the 2 detectives. You do not have permission to fire. I repeat, you do not have permission to fire your weapons. HQ to Nightingale. Phoenix has commenced the mission. Shut down the phone lines. I told you they were cutting comms.
Yep. Roger. We're shutting them down.
Let them... Yeah, you do it. Nah, fair.
No,
You do it.
who would this be?
Doesn't matter. So you...
They had been working to disable the phone lines just in case their target tried to contact the police during the attack. That mission was what Ooishi happened to bump into.
Let's begin. Phoenix 1 to all units. Be prepared when you enter. Terminate the 2 detectives on the first floor and the 1 companion on the second. Do not leave any evidence. Do not fire your weapons or use any gas. Use your tasers. Remember, they have guns. Do not let them fire.
Come on, don't embarrass me, Okanogi.
Just doing my job. Phoenix 7 and 8 advance forward. Backup teams secure the perimeter.
Roger. We're heading in now. At this point it was clear that they would also kill...
Everybody?
That they would kill everyone in the house, but still. Kinda sad.
Yep.
The 2 men in uniform slowly approached the building. The mountain dog's uniform is grey, so it didn't blend in. With their surroundings at all. However, it doesn't look as suspicious as real camouflage units.
Camouflage units?
Oh, it doesn't look as suspicious as real camouflage suits.
Am I a mountain dog? I'm wearing grey today.
Of course, they look suspicious enough creeping up to the house like that anyway. They could both see light leaking from the door and hear the voices of the detectives. Rika would typically use the sliding door to get inside. The door was locked, but the dogs had obtained a spare key a long time ago. They put the key in the keyhole, but it wouldn't go in smoothly. They were certain it would make some kind of noise when they turned it. The detectives would notice them the minute they did that. They'd have to rush inside and defeat them in one swift burst. Phoenixes 7 and 8 glared at each other.
No, they didn't.
Oh, Phoenix 7 and 8 glanced at each other. This is Phoenix 7. We've arrived at the target location. Waiting for your command. Takano here. Make it nice and clean. Go ahead. Roger. We're breaking in. He turned the key in a hurry and opened the lock. By the time the detectives turned around, the door was already open and the 2 dogs had stepped inside. They had aimed their weapons at the detectives while the latter were still turning around. In a fight like that, the first 2 seconds are the most crucial moments.
Fuck you for doing the RuneScape I lost 1 HP sound. I mean, do I know what a person sounds like when they collapse? Probably like this, maybe. Somebody has, but still.
The detectives collapsed, making minimal noise. Also, you apologized to... I forgot his name.
Detective?
Yeah.
Sorry, detective, what?
You were like, oh, he's gonna kill Rika, he's suspicious as fuck. He just gave his life for Rika.
He didn't give it, it was taken from him.
Well, still, but by being willing to guard someone who's about to get murdered by an organization, you're kind of...
Yeah, fair.
Taking the risk that you can get killed too.
Sorry, Komiyama. I misjudged your character.
There were needles stuck in their bodies, and those needles were connected via wires to the attackers' guns. In other words, the weapons those 2 had weren't ordinary guns, they were stun guns in the shape of firearms. Instead of bullets, they shoot out electric needles that electrocute their victims into unconsciousness.
Weren't tasers only developed later? Oh.
Normally they would be non-lethal weapons that allow the shooter to capture their victim without harming them much, but their tasers had been modified.
Set phasers to kill.
Also, you wonder about that now, when we already tased people in previous chapters.
Yes, when Shion does it, it's okay. When the mountain dogs do it, I take offense.
The 2 dogs started walking up the stairs as soon as they confirmed that the detectives were no longer breathing. But in the next moment, they heard a loud noise above them.
This is Phoenix 10. R and her companion have noticed us. They had just jumped from the 2nd floor window. They're running into the forest. Attention, Phoenix 4 and 5. They're heading your way. Capture them.
Roger, let's go. Phoenix 4 spotted the two girls and started after them. But he suddenly stepped on something hard.
A claymore. Okay, an actual explosion sound. Alright. Pow, pow, pow.
With a cheap sounding explosion. That is very accurate.
You're welcome, everybody. This was the line I was born to read.
I feel like your pows were still high class, but I think for the actual explosion sound it was cheap. And
Yes.
I say that in the best possible way.
I fully take it, and I'm proud of it.
With a cheap sounding explosion, the area was filled with smoke. That was the trap Satoko had set using firecrackers. That had proven to be a very fortunate idea.
Oh, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope that they get away, please.
I have no hopes anymore. The mountain dogs dropped to the ground, assuming that they were under fire.
That's how you know they're actually just try-hard shits, because they can't tell the difference between actual shots and firecrackers.
Well, you don't know what's being shot at you, I suppose.
I don't care. Are you super murder assassins that get the job done? Go after them then, bitches.
But they're amateurs who are not willing to risk their lives in order to capture Rika.
Exactly. Solid Snake would have.
To be fair, who can really tell? Well, not
I
me.
don't. But am I an assassin working for a shadowy organization? No. Just saying.
Or does he?
Standards should be higher. That's why I know how to do a cheap sounding pow pow pow.
That gave Rika and Satoko a chance to escape.
That's what an assassin would say. Busted.
Who are they? Are they the organization from Tokyo that you were talking about?
Yep.
I think so. Just run. We're dead if they catch us.
What's going on? What was that noise?
This Phoenix 5. Someone was shooting at us. R has escaped. We'll continue the pursuit. Shit, they were just some firecrackers. Damn it! That must be Satoko-chan's handiwork. She's pretty good.
What? Hurry up! Don't let him escape inside someone's house. This is Phoenix 18. I've spotted the target. I need some backup.
They know this area very well. If we don't get them now, we'll definitely lose them.
Is that the seagull laugh? I don't think so, because while this is heading for a climax, I don't think that's it yet.
I think we might have missed that opportunity when she was in the room with Tomitake. There
Possibly.
she kind of had the evil laugh. Or the
Possibly.
evil mastermind laugh, losing it thing going on.
To confirm whether we have missed the seagull laugh, please go by and then subsequently play Higurashi yourselves. With the sound on. Or with the voice acting on. Easy.
It only takes
A
300
couple
hours
hundred
to get
hours
to this point.
I mean, if you read for yourself, it's probably faster, but...
This wasn't a game of hide and seek, it was a game of tag. Several men in uniform were chasing after Rika and Satoko. They weren't idiots, so they didn't waste energy on the futile act of shouting wait. This was a quiet, deadly game of tag in the middle of the night. Where are we going? Let's split up to try and shake them off. We'll meet at Mi's house. Her basement will be safe and we can contact the police from there. Satoko had no idea that Mion had a basement in her house, but she didn't have time to ask anything about it under her current circumstances. All she did was not. At least one of them will die.
Don't split up. Bang!
The next moment I felt my left foot catch on something and I fell down to the ground. I must have tripped on a rock or a piece of concrete. Rika! Get out of here, Satoko! You'll be killed! But Satoko wouldn't move on without me. She came back to lend me a hand. I stood up without her help, but this cost us too much time. One of the men had almost caught up with us. I didn't know what to do. But Satoko, upon seeing him, quickly reacted. Oh no,
don't
she's
tell
gonna
me she's gonna take a
jump
bullet
in.
for her.
Satoko ran towards him and kicked him with all her might. Her foot had landed right in his face. I'm just imagining how big this guy is now.
Adrenaline is one hell of a drug. Trust me, you will jump that high even if normally you couldn't.
And her foot landing in his face, like he must have been sneaking then. But seeing how they're chasing after them, you wouldn't sneak, which means he was still full on standing. And I'm imagining Satoko being like 140.
Trust me,
150.
she can do the leap. Also, on one hand, I want to chide Tifa for taking me out of a moment, but literally the next line is comedic effect, so...
I wish I had a camera. But there were two more of them right behind the first man. I can see them clearly now. They're the gardeners from that landscape company. They're wearing the same uniforms Okonoki's always wearing. They must be the mountain dogs. Now I'm certain that Takano's the culprit. And now that I know that, I can do something about it in the next world. But if I die now, will I lose my memory again? I can't die now. I need to survive so I can keep my memories. Satoko took something out of her pocket and threw it at them. It was something like sand and it blinded them. However, even that could only buy us a few seconds.
Pocket sand. I love her so much.
Satoko tried to run, but she froze as they aimed their weapons at us.
Pocket sand, huh? Same time, basically. I didn't see the message when I said it.
I find it more amazing that both of you came up with pocket sand.
Isn't that the technical term for it?
Is it? Isn't it still sand?
No, I'm pretty sure I picked it up somewhere on the internet, but... I don't think it's pocket sand trademark copyright.
Yeah, both of you came with pocket sand.
I don't know where I picked it up.
What's it in German?
Taschensand. I don't know. Reference from King of the Hill. I've never watched that. I must have absorbed that through cultural osmosis at some point.
It was the morphogenetic field then.
Also, I really want to take a break because I gotta pee, but I don't find a good moment.
Their stun guns are only shaped like firearms. Satoko, not knowing that, thought they were real guns. They will kill you regardless. Knowing that she'll be shot if she turned and ran, Satoko tried to attack them instead. Of course, there are 3 of them. Most would think it impossible to drive them off, but Satoko didn't think about that. She had a 100% chance of dying if she tried to run. Then she might as well fight back, because she might have a 1% chance of defeating them.
That's my line of thinking from earlier.
That is such a hard thing to do though.
I don't think in the moment you think. I think when you're faced with a moment like this, you do something.
I think the majority of people will do nothing. It's the deer in headlight effect, which is fully understandable, but I think there's a very small percentage of people that will actually be able to react.
Yes, that is a possibility, but it's not a conscious choice. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no,
it's like you will react one way or another. Either you freeze because of the sheer terror of a situation, which is perfectly human, or you will spring into action. But I don't think in the heat of a moment anybody would go, I'll think. That's what you get training for as these assassin people, I would assume. But any normal person, any regular person will just go, I'll do something. Or shit your pants. Yeah. Potentially then still do something else, but shit yourself in the meantime. Yeah.
I feel like shit, scream and faint is all the same category.
Yeah. I would make a very funny sound as I scream and faint at the same time while shitting. It's like my body's trying to take a screenshot pressing every button at once.
I can 100% imagine that with you actually.
Same.
I'm not sure
I
what
just
I would do.
cannot make that sound.
I don't think I would make a funny sound, scream and faint. That seems very unlikely.
Tifa would be like, oh well, and just get on her knees. Or you would pull a Skyrim, like, just get it over with, I have stuff to do.
I'm not sure. I want to say I've been good in reacting in situations.
So have I so far, fortunately.
But I've also been really bad at reacting in situations. Like if I hear a crash or someone fall or screaming, I'm good at running in that direction to try to help. But once when that tree almost fell on us and that couple tried to warn us,
I jumped.
I was just standing there like, is it gonna fall on me?
Well, at least you did that. I was mad at her. I'm still kind of angry at her for that.
But there I didn't move.
Yeah.
I just stood there.
Which is why I'm angry at you, because when you hear a tree branch cracking and falling above you, your instinct shouldn't be, I'll parry it.
But I've never...
Block!
So I feel like I've been on both sides of the situation, but I've also never been actively under attack. So I'm not sure how I would respond there.
Too late. Tifa failed. Now hurry up, I gotta pee.
Oh, fair enough. Satoko is determined to save me, even at her own expense. But I can't stay in this world if it means losing Satoko.
So attack together with her.
I'm dying anyway. I'd rather die for Satoko's sake than lose her. But another me was shouting in my mind. If I don't survive this, I'll lose this memory. If I die without keeping this memory, this life and everything I've learned will all be wasted. Should I escape and leave Satoko behind? I think here the selfish thing is the better thing to do. And it's not even selfish, but either you both die in this moment, or you escape, try to keep this memory, and die later.
How does her memory actually work? Does it do a save state every 24 hours? When is it? Is it at 1:30 a.m. when she still needs to survive for a couple of minutes?
That's right. I should use this experience to my advantage in my next life. I should just let go of her in this world. No way. That really would make me a witch. But I know in my heart, there's no way I can win against these guys. I'm sure their backup will get here if we take our time to fight them. Should I fight them for her? Or should I leave so I can confront my true enemy? This is such a cursed option. Oh! Wait, we don't see what the...
I didn't press anything! I did not press anything!
I think we now picked the leave Satoko behind. Because that is the one that was last.
I did not press anything. I pressed the escape button to try to get to the menu to save.
They basically put us in a...
Put you in her shoes and then they do the, I guess, canon choice.
I don't think you actually have a choice here.
I feel my heartbeat. Why is that so stressful? Since the choice has been made for us, and I don't think there will be any good moments ever tonight, let's take a short break here so I can go pee before I piss myself during this. And then we find out what's gonna happen.
Too much info, but BRB.
You're welcome.
We're back.
We are. In an episode of King of the Hill, paranoid conspiracy nut Dale Gribble is approached by someone who wants to arrest him or remove him from the premises, likely for a good reason, and Dale pitches a handful of pocket sand in his eyes. It's known well as the cheapest effective move.
I mean, it's definitely effective.
Unless your enemy is a flying type, because ground type moves don't hit. Now, Tifa, would you please rip my heart out?
Satoko! Satoko's bravery gives me courage. If I left her, I'd lose my motivation to defeat fate. I don't care if I lose my memories. It only took 100 years for me to get this information. I don't care if I have to spend another 100 years in this same June. I can't leave Satoko. Satoko! I'm fighting too! Rika! I told you to go! I'd noticed something. They're only aiming at Satoko. There must be a reason why they can't shoot me. I thought they were gonna kill her anyway.
No, they need her life of a pathogen. The tasers are set to kill. They will not shoot her.
Well, they said they needed her body.
Yeah, but alive.
fair enough.
Next Satoko is not the same as this one. Every
That is also
Satoko deserves to be protected and saved. Same with everybody else, of course, but we're talking about Satoko right now.
Every Satoko
Yeah.
is precious. So I stood in front of Satoko to protect her. Just as I expected, they put their guns down and prepared to take us out without weapons. You guys are the mountain dogs, so Takano's behind this. Yeah. I'm so stupid. I know who you are, but I chose not to run. I'm not going to run, even if you're going to kill me now. Someone once told me that fate can be destroyed as easily as a piece of paper. They must think this is my final speech, and they let me talk until I was finished. You people are pathetic. That's why you will never kill me. Okay.
Okay.
This reminds me of the chapter where Oishi and Tingy were trying to save the grandson's
Akasaka.
kid.
Yeah.
Suddenly you have hero music. That gives me a moment of hope. No Satoko left behind policy, I fully
The
agree
best
with
policy.
that. It's the #1 policy. The next moment, one of them dropped to the ground. Keiichi had run towards him and kicked him from behind. Keiichi had kicked him right in the small of his back, and the dog was squirming on the ground. The other two tried to retaliate, but they were too late. Leon grabbed one of the guy's arms from behind and flipped him down to the ground. It must be some kind of martial art. I've seen something like that in an action movie before. Reina tried to push the remaining dog down with all her strength, but that wasn't enough to take him out. He tried to aim his gun at Reina, but she had already done what she was supposed to. All she needed to do was get his attention. Shion had snuck up behind him and she fired her stun gun into his neck.
On one hand, I'm super happy this is happening. I mean, the situation itself sucks, but I'm happy that we're getting help. But doesn't that make the mountain dogs kind of sucky?
To be brought down when a squad has been killed by some 12-year-olds.
But that's what I was thinking first. But
This only works with a surprise attack.
exactly, this is real life. This, I mean, it's supposed to be realistic, right? The moment somebody gets the jump on you, things go wrong. So this isn't like, oh yeah, we're trained snipers, we've been scoping you out for like half a day. It's, oh shit, suddenly there's somebody behind me and they're hitting me in the head. Friends are built different. I'll allow it.
If they were attacked head on and they won, I would have called it bullshit.
Yeah.
But seeing how they have been attacked from the back while distracted with Rika and Satoko, I'm willing to allow it. At this point, I'm just happy there's a chance they might still get away anyway.
Yes.
Not fully unrealistic
But there
yet.
is a chance that I'm clinging on to hope. I feel like I'm standing in the line to get on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I
Well,
hate
there were
this.
like 12 of them. The chance
16.
of the chance of them getting out is very
Earlier
small.
there were 8 teams of 2.
Touch my glasses.
Tifa's never gonna reach online. This is why we will never finish this.
The stun gun made a snapping noise, and the dog fell down to the ground with the rest of his friends.
Colleagues, we're not friends.
Whoa! Kasai... I'm seeing double. Kasai told me this was illegally modified. It works pretty well. And where is Kasai now?
Where's the rest of the Sonozaki group?
Kasai being like Keiichi's parents. Like, oh, you wanna save this girl from being abused?
Could
Just
use
call
this one.
these instances and then we do nothing. Kasai being like, oh...
Have you tried calling the police? Yeah.
And Kasai like, oh, you're gonna save your friend from being murdered. I remember they have stun guns that can kill you, by the way. Be careful. Bye.
Sorry, opening times are over. Can't help you.
Like, Kasai better be right behind this.
The Yakuza are sleeping currently.
It's out of office. We charge double now. Xian, hit this guy too. Kick him in the nuts.
Are you guys okay? That was close. You ran so fast, it took us a lot of time to catch up.
Why do I think they never went home? They were staking outside.
If only you looked at the screen.
Which makes it suddenly more unrealistic, because there's no way the mountain dogs should not have noticed that.
Do you remember last stream I told you that one thing that is kind of funny, I guess, for the lack of a better term, about those like really right-wing ultra-nationalist supremacy groups is how comically inept they sometimes are?
Nah, I'm sorry. They had everything within 100 meters surrounded. They have eyes from every direction, which is what we have also learned with Ooishi. But these kids are able to stick around and sneak up on them.
And Keiichi has 360-degree vision. It takes him 1500 seconds, Steve.
That is true. Now I suddenly take it back. I'm really glad we stuck around. We were waiting out here in case anything happened.
So they were waiting in a place where they wouldn't be found. Behind the building.
Keiichi just said that it took forever to catch up running after them.
Wait a minute.
You mean you stayed out here without going back home? Yep. I saw someone who looked suspicious staring at the shrine when we were leaving. Yeah, maybe we should not have this chat right now and we should move.
I'm really surprised you saw him in this darkness. Neither lies nor camouflage work on you, huh?
Wait.
Yes, Tifa?
I was trying to figure out who said this because I didn't get the line. But
Rika.
It's still Rika.
It's always Rika.
So, figuring out he would leave if they spoke to him, they secretly staked out that suspicious man. They'd started following us as soon as they heard the sound of the firecrackers. I never expected I'd be safe like this.
We can't stay here any longer. What should we do now?
We were trying to get to Mian-san's house. You have a basement there, apparently.
You never told me about the basement.
The underground storehouse. That's a perfect spot. We've also got some weapons inside there. Shh! Don't say that out loud.
I want to see Satoko with 2 AK-47s.
Anyway, I think that's a good idea. There's several secret passages in there, so we can get the drop on them.
Come on, let's go! They're still after us.
They're very slow, apparently. Oh, wait. Speaking is free action. A white van was approaching us at high speed. It obviously belonged to the mountain dogs. The van stopped not far from us and more people in uniform jumped out. There were at least 6 of them. If we all run, the slowest runner might get caught. So we should take them down while we can. I don't know if they have a license, but Mian and Shion know how to drive a car. We can take their van and get away from here. There's 6 of them. That's perfect. Let's beat them unconscious and steal their van. At least they do have the weapons of the mountain dogs.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Let's go get them!
The mountain dogs were ready to chase us. They had no idea that we would try and attack them instead.
Everybody has a plan until they get hit in the face.
Huzzah!
Violence!
To be
Yes.
fair, they started it.
That's true. They are literally here to kill us. I mean, our friends.
Okay, now it can still go both ways again. Do we live or do we die?
Imagine being in an action sequence and talking to me. Read your lines!
Rena is always the first one to make a move in this kind of situation. She gets so determined once a decision is made. She immediately singled out one dog and punched him in the nose.
Boop.
You're telling me she's so fast, his martial arts experience doesn't block that? Another one tried to grab her from behind, but Keiichi kicked him in the side as hard as he could.
Hey Reina, watch your back! Do you remember that they had an epic clash, sword versus metal bat, for like 30 minutes on a steep roof?
Nah.
These kids are built different, and you knew that for several chapters already.
I'm still calling bullshit on this, but like I said, I'm just happy.
Tifa?
I'm just happy there's hope that they're getting out of this.
Tifa, we are entering the peak anime part of Higurashi, and I am here for it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
cannot harsh my mellow.
I'll take it.
Would a merc expect a schoolgirl just punching him? Exactly.
Yeah, but in this case, they see them coming. You know, I just said the head-on thing. Would they expect it? No, but do I expect them to recover after 2 seconds of looking at these kids charging them? Yes, I do expect that.
Yeah, and what they have in skill, these 2 kids make up for in raw talent. These are natural-born killers. We are all lucky that the Shmions and the Reinas and the Keiichis allow the rest of us normies to survive.
Yeah, power of friendship. I'll take it.
Exactly.
I'll take it. It's the last I said about it.
Imagine watching us going, "Meh, it's not realistic." Oh, but her talking to a ghost is the problem. Hinamizawa syndrome, no, that's fine. Tokyo, that's fine.
Yeah, but it takes me out of it.
Being
That's the
reborn
problem.
every couple days because I get killed, that's fine. But the kids actually fighting back, nah.
The line is on where I get taken out of it and where I can still stay
Yeah,
in it.
and I'll take you back into it. Read your lines. We need to know how this works. How it goes.
I'll leave that to you, Keiichi-kun. Please look after me. I'm kind of curious about what you were like back in Ibaraki. You sure don't hesitate to punch people.
Yeah, also the whole thing where she grabbed a baseball bat and then fucked up like 10 kids at school to the point where they had to drag her out and she smashed half a school up. Yeah, how is she suddenly good with violence?
Also, this proves the talking is a free action because the other 4 mountain dogs that cut off the car are just looking at the other 2 on the ground while we're having this conversation.
Yeah, they rolled and they have disadvantage. You've played so much Baldur's Gate, you should know better.
And you don't hesitate to zap people with an illegal stun gun. Given that Shion had the stun gun, the mountain dogs were reluctant to go after her. They were scared of the very dangerous weapon she had in her hand. But thanks to that, Shion had stopped one of them for certain. It was fortunate for us that they didn't have any guns after all. They had no way of countering Shion's stun gun.
Yeah, so instead of going after them to just grab a kid and then leave the fuck out of here, suddenly they are standing there in front of 6 barbarians, basically.
If they are as trained as they are, they would sacrifice one of them to get hit with the stun gun while the rest takes them out.
That's what they're trying. Tifa...
No, I mean the mountain dogs.
Yes,
not them.
that's what they're trying.
Satoko attacked him from behind. She encircled his neck with a jump rope and pulled.
Yeah, good luck fighting back when you're being choked.
Not with the strength of an 8-year-old. Shion followed up quickly, hitting him with her stun gun. That does take him out.
Yeah, so the moment he goes for his neck or tried to get her off of him.
Yeah, that's right. I already said I'll accept the power of friendship thing that's going on here.
Also, Tifa needs to understand that adrenaline is one hell of a drug. They have...
Even then, yes, I know there have been people lifting
We
cars.
have video evidence of mothers with their kids suddenly getting almost hit by a car and the kids get stuck under it and the woman goes there and lifts the car.
Yeah, but I'm still not buying it as a situation. But I already said I was going along with it, so why are you arguing with
A
me?
child dead waiting on your neck is still gonna be hard on you. Exactly. Fuck your training. They win by adrenaline and having a purpose. Greater than... I get paid to do this.
Guys, I'm accepting the power of friendship.
Good.
I'm accepting it.
Good.
What was I doing during all that? The only thing I can do is run around and try to get their attention. Whee!
Bait.
Just eat the crayons. They're pursuing me after all. They want to catch Mipo more than anything else. But that leaves them open to attacks from my friends. Keiichi had already hit the one trying to grab me. I think we have a chance here. We may not be able to take all of them down, but we can try and find a chance to escape to their vehicle.
With what Rika-chan said, I thought these guys would be really strong, but they're not that bad.
That's just how strong we club members are.
Yeah, imagine if a game gave you an explanation, Tifa.
Yeah, power of friendship. Not being afraid is probably the secret to strength. Sis's club activities are practically training to rid you of your hesitation. If we all fight together, we can win this 6-on-6 battle. Because we're all in this together.
Dude. Oh wait, that's a Macarena. Hey, Macarena.
Right? If any of us wasn't here, they'd beat us easily. We'd end up dead. If my friends hadn't stayed behind, I would have been killed by now. We can do it! We can make it!
She's still gonna get shot.
The dog Shion took down with her stun gun was starting to wake up.
Tase him
Wait,
again.
Why do the officers die when hit with the stun gun?
That's
but
a
not
different
them?
one. Those were the stun guns used by the mountain dogs with the intent to kill. She has her illegally modified one from Kasai.
Oh, I thought she took the ones off of the... Oh, now I understand why Kasai said that.
Imagine if we already had a whole chapter about the use of her illegally modified stun gun that she was given by Kasai.
I even made a joke that Kasai went like, oh, he knows which stun guns they're using.
I wouldn't be shocked if that was the case.
Yeah, but it makes sense that they brought... Also, that means Kasai sent the heirs to the Sonozaki out with a modified stun gun to protect them and stayed behind.
He sent who? What? I have no idea what you just said.
That they went out with the modified stun gun.
Who is they?
Shion and Mion.
Yeah.
With
Shion
Kasai
has
staying
one.
behind.
Yes, they never left. What are you talking about?
I don't know. The ones that we knocked out earlier were also up and chasing us again. We have to get out of here. This isn't the time for me to just be running around. Fine. Let's see what I can do.
Her driving like she can barely look over the wheel.
When in doubt, just do the Zangief move. Take out your arms and spin around.
The Valerian. Kasai gave her the stun gun way before, exactly.
Okay,
she even
sure.
she had it, I believe, shortly after she left St. Lucia's.
Okay, I'll take it.
Go away, you stupid ghost. This is not the moment to have conversations with you. Fuck off. I don't care where you go. Go back to hell for all I care.
You know what would be really awesome now? Hanyu wanting to help out so badly that she somehow is able to get into a physical form to beat them up.
She's just talking to Rika. Don't interrupt me right now. I'm trying to survive. Go away.
Rika.
Welcome in, Mame. This is a heated moment.
Hanyu, I know you still can't believe in hope, just like always. Stay there and see what my stubbornness can do. I'm going to change this fate. I'm going to do it right here. Let me show you what I'm capable of.
So, Jacka, go away. No! I'm super happy to have you. Please stay if you can. But we're in a heated moment. Nothing to do with you. Just so you immediately get on the energy because Tifa said, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Whereas the rest of us like, oh my god, this is awesome. I hope they survive.
Yeah.
I know. Good. Welcome in. How you doing?
Alright, everyone. We're going to finish this right now. Take down whoever is in front of you. Then we're going to grab their car and get out of here.
It's time to GTA this shit.
Yes. I'm going to do this.
You go, Rika-chan. Alright, let's go!
On Keiichi's signal, we attacked 6 of the mountain dogs in unison. Time gradually slowed down.
Oh god.
I truly felt like I was trying to overcome that impossible wall of time and change my fate.
I hate the sound effect. Did you just take a bullet?
However, time continued to slow even further. Until it stopped. What's going on? It felt like the film reel of a movie had gotten hung up partway through. Like time itself has come to a standstill. Hanyu? What's this all about? The time has come. What? Why? Wearing a sad expression, Hanyu pointed at Keiichi. I finally noticed something. All my friends had noticed already. Except for Keiichi. Keiichi got shot. Keiichi? What's that floating in front of your chest?
What do you mean? Huh? What is this?
Oh, is it a... Time had stopped just when Keiichi was about to hit his opponent. He then realized that something was floating in front of his heart. It was... a metallic silver cone.
Floating in what?
Drone? No, drones. Drones aren't a thing.
What?
That was the first thing I could think of.
It's a bullet. Are we stopping time? What the?
This is so weird. No! Kei-chan!
What? What the hell is this? Is this a bullet?
That's exactly what it was. The bullet had stopped about 15 centimeters away from Keiichi's chest, just before it would enter his body. That's right. Once time starts moving again, it will slam into his chest.
Hanyu pulled this out. Are you telling me that one of them, I still think it's Rika, has the ability to selectively slow down the passage of time? Because they are talking to one another. The bullet isn't moving though.
Yeah. In other words, it's too late.
How can it be too late if you're talking right now?
Keiichi will immediately die when time starts up again. Who shot it? Those 6 guys didn't have any guns.
Takano.
Look!
It's Takano.
Over there, by the fan! Satoko couldn't point at the fan. Time had completely stopped after all. We could see another person standing near it. There had actually been 7 people inside, not 6. The 7th person was the one who fired the bullet.
How are they talking? How are they talking but they cannot move?
Oh, suddenly you guys can't accept this?
If there is magic, I want to be able to understand it.
We hadn't seen her at all. Oh, it's Takano in the fan.
Telepathy. I told you it's Takano. I mean, I assume it was Takano.
That person is someone we all know very well. Yes, it's Takano. It's Takano-san. She shot the gun? She shot Keiichi-kun? In the frozen world, Takano was smiling, still aiming her gun at Keiichi. She had been waiting, or she had been watching us from the fan this whole time. She came out and fired her gun, knowing that we hadn't seen her at all.
I see. I get it now. So Takano-san was the bad guy all along.
What are we going to do? Kei-chan, can't you try and twist your body to avoid the bullet? Just do a matrix, man.
Do the mask. You can have magic. You can have anything that you desire. Magic. You're the one who can put out a fire. That sounds like lyrics. Could this be the same type of stand as Star Platinum? I want to know if this is just like a super high adrenaline moment where we all share this group hysteria telepathy moment, or if Rika is actually controlling time.
It's Hanyu or Rika.
Don't be stupid. Time has totally stopped. I can't move at all.
Then try moving right as soon as time starts moving again. That might make a difference. Everyone was desperate to save Keiichi. However, no matter how hard we thought, we couldn't come up with any ideas to save him from the bullet. We were so desperate that Keiichi started to laugh.
I really don't know what's going on. But there's nothing that can be done. I'm dead the minute time starts moving again. Even if I don't die, I won't be of any help to you guys anymore. So listen, just give up on me. You only need to think about these guys. You only need to think about taking these guys down and getting inside of that van.
Never. You can't die. I don't want to lose you. I'm you. Are you telling me that this is my fate? Are you saying that there's no way to overcome this? It's okay, Rika. You won't remember this. You won't.
Stupid bitch ghost, answer the frickin' question.
No, no! Kei-chan is not going to die. Stop it, Mi-chan. Let's concentrate on taking them down. I'm sure Keiichi wouldn't want us spending time turning back to him as he falls.
That's exactly how I feel, Reina. Guys, take care of Rika-chan. Get out of here and contact Coach. They probably killed ooishi-san. That's why he never showed up. Listen, promise you'll all survive. Promise me.
I don't know why I feel like crying here. Keiichi!
Rika-chan, I'm sorry. I'm the one who told you that we could change destiny. But I'm going to have to retire now.
It sounded just like Takano's regular laughter, but it was the scariest noise I'd ever heard. Wait, that is probably the seagull laugh.
If it isn't, I'll be disappointed. Stand user, Rika-Furude. Stand name, the final countdown. I doubt it.
Final countdown. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, not the seagull one yet.
That's trying to be sexy seagull. Girlish giggle.
Are you ready to let go of your life now?
Takano-san, we haven't lost just yet.
Wait, Takano is also frozen in time. I somehow thought only the friends were. You know, where everyone else is frozen. What?
Keep it rolling and we'll find out! Press A! Now I know what you all feel like. All the time!
Done watching your life flash before your eyes?
That's you.
The silence suddenly ended, and the clamor of reality returned. An explosive sound then hit Keiichi straight in the chest. I watched him collapse right in front of me. He fell down on his back while his blood splattered everywhere. And after that, he stopped moving. There's no way any of us weren't shocked by that. We tried to take down the foes in front of us, but more came from behind. We tried to struggle as best we could, but there was no way we could win against all those adults. I did my best to fight them off, but they pulled my hair and picked me up as if I weighed nothing. I heard everyone's desperate screams of resistance. The comforting and courageous unity we showed right before Keiichi was shot shattered like glass. The debris of the glass lay sadly on the ground. Takano's annoying laughter was still echoing inside my ears.
I told you all from the moment she showed up. That bitch crazy. She is bad people. I've been saying that for over a year. I've always been right about her. Fuck Takano.
You're not pressing A.
She can't, Jack. That's the point. Time is frozen. I don't care. I don't believe that Tifa was the first one to go, oh no, Takano is evil. That was me. I'm gonna go back and watch the VODs of when Takano showed up the first time.
We might be able to find that
Hell
in
no.
there.
Hell no. I understand why the Jack command exists. I own that, unironically. On a meta level, narratively, I understand it. I deserve it. Not with Takano. I was always right about her.
I
Fuck
actually
Takano.
do not know if I ever claimed she was evil or not. If so, it was too long ago. Takano's HQ. I've taken care of it. I need what I told you before. I also need someone to clean up the bodies. Send me 5 bags and some water to clean up the area. Understand? She needs 5 bags. My body froze up, but time did not. Takano, laughing, pointed her gun at me on set. Hey, are you kidding me? I've always wanted to see the tattoo on your back. I'm going to take a peek at it later. Sure, have a look if you want. It's nothing special. Oh? You don't think I'll find it interesting?
I write fanfiction about it and then use it to give it to people who are impressionable, to confuse them.
If I was Takano, I would take it, flay it off of her back.
Fuck Takano with a rusty rake. You know what I just realized?
What?
She gave Reina those books on purpose. Same with Shion in that chapter. She knows about Hinamizawa syndrome. She knows that suspicion triggers it.
She will, yes.
Fuck Takano. Fuck Takano.
Now that you say it,
oh
that
no,
makes so much sense.
she's just interested in all of these things. She did all of that shit on purpose, ever.
I still find her character very interesting.
Fuck off. Can finally say it. Hashtag kill Takano. But why though? To make them suspicious. Because that might trigger Hinamizawa syndrome to go into effect.
Yeah. Suddenly, makes sense. They're twisting the knife every time by spreading rumors and making people suspicious.
Yes!
When you say it, it seems so clear.
Yeah, because now we know the answer and now we know the question we need to ask to put it together.
That's
it's
exactly
like a
what
jigsaw
I said
puzzle.
Wednesday. Like, we'll start learning things, but nothing will be like, oh, fuck. It's just like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And then you sit there and you have this one and suddenly go, of course, that other thing, yeah.
Yeah. But I agree. Fuck Takano.
Hashtag kill Takano. I'll get
Stop.
that tattooed.
Don't shoot her! Takano shook her head in response to Reina's scream. I have to kill her. She's the leader of your club, so she has to go first. No! Stop! There was a dull noise followed by Mion's body twitching. We all tried to break free from the men restraining us as Takano calmly shot Mion.
This is all fucked up. But they're making them watch.
Well, they're all gonna die anyway.
There's a difference between dragging her off, driving her into wherever they need to get her to kill her and get the pathogen or whatever, versus restraining all of them and then watching them as each other gets
Yeah, but why
killed.
do we care? We don't think of Rika as a human in this case, and we're all gonna leave this place together. So it's not even, I'm gonna make you watch. This is just more convenient.
Remember when I was saying last stream, so having Keiichi kill a man in cold blood and plan to kill an innocent woman just because he thought she knew is like a birthday party? Yeah, I'm taking that innocent woman back. That's what you get, mommy. Always hate on Takano. Remember my first read of this episode made me so mad. Not a single episode of Mineko or Higurashi made me as mad as this chapter.
Yeah, because you have the whole battle, like you're getting there. This is like
It's the roller coaster
of hope. And then you go like, okay, now hope is lost. And then you get that hope again because they're getting there and then it's gone again.
Yeah, and it all starts with fucking Hanyu going, now. Like, why do you narrate my demise? Like,
yeah, that was not helpful on you. However, they were too strong, and all we could do was squirm like insects. Takano was enjoying watching us struggle. She then stepped towards Satoko. But Shion started screaming curses at her. My. You want to be shot before her? You could have stayed alive a few more seconds if you were nice and quiet. Stop it, Shion-san! Don't amputate her like that! I don't know why she's doing that.
No. The exact opposite of what you just read.
I know why she's doing that. Shion wants to protect Satoko for as long as she can.
It's the promise to Satoshi.
She's trying to do what Satoshi told her to. Takano didn't care one whit for Shion's feelings. Stepping over Keiichi's body, she approached Shion. Surprised she didn't step on it. I get it now! You killed Satoshi-kun, didn't you? Isn't that the truth? Sorry, I don't like giving out secrets, so I'm not telling. Shion's body twitched. That had followed the dull sound of another gunshot. Just 2 dull sounds had stolen away the lively Sonosaki sisters. It didn't add up. I started shaking from fear when it hit me just how easily Takano can take away lives. Is it that amusing for you to take away innocent lives? You monster! Oh, so you want to die next? You were going to be the last one if you stayed quiet. Keiichi, Mion, and Shion died. The oldest one of us left was Reina. Reina didn't want to see Satoko and me die before she did. So, you were the culprit behind the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa? Do you think you're Oyashiro-sama's proxy or something? Can't even do her voice, but otherwise I start crying. I'm not a proxy. I'm handing out divine punishment. It's too bad that you're not going to see it. Soon enough, Oyashiro-sama's wrath is going to destroy the whole village. But I'm the one who's going to make it happen. It's my curse. Yes, I'm going to become Oyashiro-sama. I'm going to become something more than human. You'll never understand how I feel. You'll never understand how wonderful it is to become a god. I don't think that's possible. No matter how much you try to become Oyashiro-sama, it won't work. It's just a game for you. You will never become Oyashiro-sama. I will. The process has already begun. Do you think she's related to the Furude family? Like somehow she is planning on becoming the queen carrier.
I'm gonna write this down.
Write what down?
Are we in agreement that Takano's personal, I assume, not Tokyo's, but would you agree that her personal goal is to gut Rika like a fish and take the queen carrier pathogen and install it in herself?
Yeah, I think she's trying to become the queen carrier.
I agree. Writing that down. Takano needs Rika alive to transplant the queen carrier to herself.
You'd have to remove it from a live host. No one said we're gonna gut Rika when she's dead.
How do you transmit it? Is it through blood? Does she just need to eat her guts? Is that part of the ritual that we don't know about? Because remember how in the beginning it was brought up multiple times that there is cannibalism involved to some degree, at least there maybe used to be. So I wouldn't be shocked if we get to read of Takano eating the intestines of Rika as she's still alive.
Takano has even explained that's the case because it makes the flesh more tender because stress changes how you react. That was in one of the first times we went into the storehouse with her.
She did not explain that. We were talking about how that has, how some people believe that has an impact on the meat.
She explained that was part of the ritual. I am 100% certain that was part of a conversation. 100% she explained that they would be still alive because it changes the thingy. I am very certain. Don't make me go back for it.
Please do, but I think we had that conversation outside of a conversation. It doesn't matter. We will find out.
Oh, wrong laugh. Reina laughed at her. Takano seemed very upset to hear that laugh. What's so funny? It's impossible. Because Oyashiro-sama is already here. Reina could see her all along. Wanna bet? Reina could see Hanyu.
After the last stream, there was a part when Rika explained everything to her friends. She said that it was a shame that Keiichi got affected so early in that world where he went back to Tokyo because of a funeral of his relative. And that Hanyu had been there and she apologized over and over to him, which of course he couldn't hear. Before today's stream, yesterday actually, I went and checked our VOD. I rewatched the opening bit of chapter 1. First, we witness a murder, which I now believe is Rika dying. I don't know who killed her, I still haven't quite figured that out. But when it swaps over to Keiichi, one of his, I think his very first line even is, "There's a girl who keeps apologizing to me." I open my eyes, we're in the train, we're heading to the place where we now live. He heard the apologies.
Those were Reina's last words. Well, it's your turn now, Satoko-chan. I don't really care if you live or die. But you're a living research sample. Tokyo has a bounty on capturing you alive. But it's not very much. My share would run out with just a trip to Europe.
How is this our fault?
If I capture you alive, nothing good will happen to you anyway. They'll probably open up your skull and probe through your brains while you're still alive. Besides, I was your friend.
You never were.
I think it might be kinder to shoot you dead right here. Which would you prefer? I can't decide that. Satoko shouted back at her. Her eyes were full of tears.
And now Takano goes, "Oh well."
Let's do a quiz then. Broccoli or cauliflower? Which one is green? It's broccoli.
Pow.
As soon as I heard the same dull sound, Satoko stopped moving. Takano smiled and said good girl to what used to be Satoko. I can kill Takano, 100%. This really is such a lovely and beautiful night. Don't you agree? So, you're going to kill me too? Yes, I will kill you. The corpse of the Queen Carrier is the key to this mission. You're going to become an ugly political tool far away in Tokyo. And then the legend of Onikafuchi will finally come to an end. I know how you're planning to kill me. Oh, you do? Let's hear it.
The key is the Watanagashi.
I'm not going to say it, but I know. It's Watanagashi. She wants to do the real Watanagashi using my body. I'm sure she's planning to cut open my stomach and pull out my guts. To do that, she'll make me inhale some chemical to put me to sleep. I vaguely remember that part. I guess you already know. Good night, Rika-chan. One of the dogs approached me with a handkerchief soaked in a chemical substance. Wait a minute, Takano. Everyone's dead, but you're begging for your life? That's not it. If you're going to kill me, do it without putting me to sleep.
Oh.
That is painful as fuck, but it might...
So that she can retain the memory?
It might prolong her memory.
So that she's alive or aware long enough so that she can retain it?
All she needs to remember is what happened here and who's behind it.
Oh, sorry.
Takano hadn't expected to hear that.
Oh, my stomach's upset.
Still, even though she was surprised, she nodded with a slight smile. Hanyu was also surprised to hear that. It would obviously be a terrible way to die. What are you thinking? Wouldn't you prefer an easy and painless death? You know it's going to be horrible, right? I'm going to cut open your stomach while you're still alive. I don't want to forget about it. Yes. I'm doing this so I'll remember. I'm not going to forget about it. The picture of you cutting open my stomach will be forever burned onto my soul. I'm never going to forget that. Next time I see you, I'll remember that you did this to me. What are you cooking up in your little head? I guess you're smarter than the other kids. At least you'd get to have a chance to scream for your life. I'm not going to let you do that, though. They forced something other than the handkerchief inside of my mouth. It was a gag. With that in, I couldn't close my mouth, leading my saliva to start overflowing. Soon, another van arrived. More mountain dogs came out of it. They had probably come to get rid of the bodies. They grabbed the corpses of my friends and stuffed them into body bags.
Couldn't we just cut the scene here and end the chapter? I don't need the rest.
After that, they sprayed a bunch of water on the ground to clean up the blood. They asked Takano how many shots she fired, and she started looking around for the bullets. They were erasing all the evidence. By the time the night was over, there'd be no more proof left.
Smart ways to do.
They pulled my hands behind my back and bound them with handcuffs. My ankles were tied up too. They also tied my ankles and wrists together. My body was bent like a shrimp, and I was no longer able to walk. My mouth was covered, so I couldn't even talk. I couldn't move, talk, or express myself in any other way. They had taken away everything that made me human. Therefore, I wasn't human anymore. I was just a toy named Rika Furude, a toy to give Takano joy. The car started moving. It seemed like we were going back the way we came, but I didn't care anymore. As the time of my death approached, some of my forgotten memories came back to me. That's right. I was killed like this so many times. Every time I repeated my life, Takano got pleasure out of killing me. Somebody rubbed my hand. Were they trying to comfort me? I shook my head to try and refuse. They laughed at me as I did so. Rika! Rika! Hanyu showed up. She couldn't hold back her devastated tears. Again! It didn't work! It didn't work! Again! Not helpful, Hanyu. After all the effort and sacrifice put to keep everyone safe and alive.
All the chapters, and in this one it seemed like it was going to be okay, only for that to be slapped out of our hands like this. I was fuming on my first read.
I was kind of waiting for it because there is still a chapter 8.
We've been saying this the entire time.
Yeah, but at the end I still had that little bit of hope.
I still had hope too. That's why I was like, keep reading, I want
that she was gonna survive those.
I wanted to be wrong so bad. I wanted chapter 8 to just be, and that's what happened to the characters. Keiichi became, I don't know, a ventriloquist. Satoko and Rika opened a corgi orphanage. I don't know, just...
When I saw Hanyu's painful tears, I was convinced.
I don't know how I assume Rika is fueled, fired up enough to come back one more time at least. If in the next life, the first moment that arises, she doesn't kill Takano, that's a level of restraint I don't think I would have. I think after witnessing all of this shit, my next life would be forfeit, because the moment I see her, I would grab anything and just bash her fucking skull in.
Yeah. That might be what saves her in the end.
And when I die again, because, you know, I went rabbit,
You could actually speedrun.
when I go to my next
100%.
life, then I guess I would try to be smart about it. I would try to gauge it. I would try to game fate to get into a world like the one from chapter 7 again, like a perfect state kind of thing, and then kill Takano. Higurashi speedrun, basically, yeah.
I was wrong. Hanyu is not just a bystander.
Is she not? What is she doing?
She's just too scared to face reality, because she can't stand the pain anymore. Hanyu wants a happy future too,
But you have to work for it, Hanyu.
but her hopes were betrayed countless times, and she was hurt far too much. For some reason, seeing her sorrowful expression calmed me down. Perhaps Hanyu was crying in my place. It's okay, Hanyu. We did what we could. We worked very hard. We were getting so close to changing our fate for real. It still didn't work out. But for some reason, I feel satisfied. I've never fought this hard in my life. I've never learned so many things. Because I can repeat my life endlessly. I've been taking each one for granted. But everyone else is taking their life seriously. I wasn't learning anything because I wasn't doing that. But I finally understand. I learned something from this life. And I put all my effort into it, so I'm sad that I didn't make it. But I feel satisfied just the same.
Starting New Game Plus with a boss kill strats. Basically. I was thinking that it would work, but Takano missing would interfere with Satoko's treatment. I would argue that Irie can do it by himself. Fuck Takano.
Yeah, I think Irie could handle that. Besides, just only getting rid of Takano probably doesn't do anything. They'll get a replacement, or Okanogi will take over for a bit.
Kill all of them. Have a sudden gas leak at the place. Okay.
It's not that easy to get rid of an
After what
organization
they've
like
done.
that.
Little girl versus CIA agents and the evil blondie Higurashi was truly John Wick. Yeah. Tifa, before I assume we'll actually finish this chapter, you never break. BRB.
We're back.
Time for emotional damage.
Still a lot left to finish the chapter. I don't know if Mr. Egg will be able to push through the emotional devastation. Can it get worse than this though?
Imagine I paid money to feel this way. I bought these games. Alright.
So, I'm sad that I didn't make it. But I feel satisfied just the same. It's a strange kind of satisfaction.
That's my current state of being too.
I wonder how many of these memories I can keep. I get the sense that I'm going to lose my memory of this evening. If that's the case, I will lose my memory of seeing Takano's face. I finally found out that Takano is the mastermind. But even if you lose your memory of this night, you already started suspecting Takano before. So, worst case, that stays.
You still need to prove it. It doesn't matter what you know, it matters what you can prove in court.
Yeah, but it helps that you then know that you were suspicious of her and you don't go the route where you trust her.
I don't know.
Am I going to repeat the same world again, not knowing the truth? She killed my friends as if she were merely killing some bugs. I don't want to forget that. No matter how hard my death will be, I need to remember Takano's face. Hanyu, I'm not going to give up. I don't care if I can't recall this memory. I'll continue to live my life. I don't care if I can only live on in this June, and that eventually I'll only be able to go back to the night of Watanagashi. If that's my life, so be it. I'm not going to forget either. If you don't remember, I'll tell you the truth.
Could she always do that?
Hanyu, I knew it. You acted like an unfeeling bystander, but that's because you were afraid of the pain. I also want to have a happy future with everyone. Hanyu started to cry like a baby. She's so stupid. She decided to abandon hope because she didn't want to deal with the sadness that she always felt on this night. But she ended up hurt and devastated anyway. Hanyu, are you happy that this world is ending just like you predicted? I decided not to ask her such an unpleasant question. The car stopped and two men pulled me out of the vehicle.
Why couldn't we just cut to...
That's gonna go until the end.
We knew it was the chapter was gonna be the perfect route until the end for the gut punch because chapter 8 exists. You don't need to drag it out. I'm already dead.
This chapter is going to end with the blood splatter we see in chapter 1. The car stopped, and two men pulled me out of the vehicle. We had returned to the Furude shrine.
Does he know? I don't. I don't know what I know or don't know.
What did you say?
I don't know.
There were several men waiting in front of the offertory box. Nearby, there were countless sharp knives laid out on the ground. They're going to cut open my stomach with those tools and pull out my intestines. They took off all my clothes. They left the gag inside my mouth and the handcuffs around my wrists. I wasn't embarrassed to be naked in front of them. Rather, I was just furious that Takano was getting joy out of doing this to me. Don't forget this humiliation. So mad for her. The pain I'm about to experience should be carved into my soul forever. I'm not going to forget this. Everyone worked together, and we finally revealed who was behind it all. If I forget this, my friends' efforts and deaths will have been in vain. I need to stay alive as long as I can so that I will remember the pain. Hanyu, don't look away. You have to watch. Remember this forever. Is this really the only way I can help you? Is this all I can do because I can't touch or talk to anyone? That's good enough. If you continue to stare at me, I can endure this pain. Hanyu nodded and sat right next to me while continuing to cry. We then looked up at the night sky together. The moon was shining brightly as if it's taking pity upon me.
This is exactly what she described when she sat in the window drinking. That she was gonna die, something, like, I said this, that she was gonna die looking up at the sky like this.
We also looked at the faces of my murderers. That beautiful moon was gradually stained red. It's getting cold. It's so painful. I'm consumed with the fear of not being able to do anything about this. But Hanyu is right next to me. That gives me comfort. It's not just Hanyu either. Everyone is here with me. Everyone is there, watching me, so I can stand this torture. That's why it wasn't painful. I didn't struggle. I didn't care about Takano's crazy laughter. This was such a wonderful world. We didn't overcome this fate, but I have no regrets. Of course, I'm still sad. I'm disappointed. My future was right in front of my eyes. My hand could almost reach it. And even so, we did what we could. I have to be proud of myself. Keiichi voiced his disagreement. He still felt that we could have done more. We were almost there. We almost defeated this fate. We didn't win, but not because our enemies were strong. We didn't win because we didn't try hard enough. But all of you worked so hard together. I was watching. I saw the whole thing. Yeah, but you didn't. We need all of us.
I can't read my line.
You get this.
Yeah, I know how to read the line, but I don't think in this line Keiichi is crying, now is he? He probably is. His art isn't crying. But it wasn't enough. If we'd had a will strong enough to overcome this fate, we should have created a miracle.
That's right. A miracle will happen if everyone believes in it. Satoko, Rikachima, and everyone else worked so hard. I'm sorry. Rika, you were brave enough to ask us for help, but I couldn't save you. Satoko held my shoulder and cried. That's true. Everyone worked so hard, but it still didn't work out. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I'm going to die again, but I've never felt so good about it. I've learned so many things in this world. Rika-chan. I know. I know why the miracle didn't happen in this world. Reina spoke gently, but she wasn't smiling at all. Hey, did everyone really believe that we could create a miracle?
Rika was doubting.
Hanyu was.
And Hanyu never did.
And Reina, if what she said last was correct, can see Hanyu. So I think this is a direct jab at her.
Is Reina just really good at reading people, or do all of them have the ability somehow to perceive Hanyu?
Honestly, I think this is aimed at us. From a writer's perspective.
You know what? Ryukishi, go fuck yourself. I felt this way about this chapter because I knew chapter 8 exists. Fuck you, yeah, I didn't believe. Yes? God damn it.
If you're hoping for a future, but not everyone believes in it, then a miracle won't happen.
If this is meant on a meta level, fuck you. That is such a dick move.
I'm pretty certain.
What are you saying, Reina? We were united. No one had doubts that we could overcome this fate. Right, Mion?
Yeah, he's right, Reina. Everyone thought we could overcome it. Everyone believed that we would. That's quite true. Even Rika believed in it. She finally believed that with our help she could change her destiny. I believed in it too. But I think there was someone who didn't believe. Who is that? What? Who can it be? Hey, you? Reina turned to Hanyu and asked her a question.
How?
Did you believe? Did you believe that we could overcome this fate?
I told you all! I told you all! Hanyu, the ultimate hater, Even somehow, because of this, above Takano, somehow, despite what we just saw her do, despite what all of them went through, somehow Hanyu has done this hundreds of times.
Even if you can't talk to us or touch us, you can still believe. If you believed in us, the miracle would have happened. Would something really have changed if I believed? I'm a powerless existence. I can't do anything. All I can do is watch and accept. You're saying that I could have made a miracle happen just by believing?
Those are grand questions coming from a ghost. Yeah, you could have.
Keiichi stated it clearly. He wasn't trying to blame her. He was just stating the truth.
Oh, I am trying to blame her.
That's right. There were 6 of us, and there were 7 of them. If you'd believed along us, we would have had numbered 7 souls. A miracle could have happened. You don't make miracles happen by touching something or saying something. You make them happen by believing. Hanyu had realized that this ending wasn't caused by fate. It was because she didn't believe. In other words, this happened because she was so weak as to accept this fate. She started crying again. We don't even know your name, but you still needed to be brave enough to fight this fear and pain. You needed to have the courage to defeat fate. If you'd believed, we'd be moving on to a bright future. If your refusal to believe in it is the sole reason we couldn't reach it, then the responsibility is yours.
Ooh, words like daggers.
It was hard to believe Reina could say something so rash, or so harsh. Her words were piercing Hanyu's heart. But those words were necessary for me, and for her. Only fate can create a miracle.
No.
Only faith can create a miracle. It's the same thing.
No, fate and faith are 2 completely different things.
That sounds like something you might hear in a fairy tale. It's not easy to put it into action. People suspect others. They don't trust others. It's easier to not have hope. It's so difficult to believe. That's why faith can make miracles happen. Don't you realize that I can't even touch people? Don't you realize that I can't even speak to them? You still think I can make a miracle happen? Just by believing in something? Listen, you're talking to me right now. I've never talked to you before, but I always knew you were there. I was always thinking about how I could communicate with you. I always knew you were watching when we were all having fun hanging out together.
How?
But even if I want to be involved, you guys can't see me or hear my voice.
Then how are they talking right now?
They're all dead.
Okay, fair point. Yeah, forgot about that part. Sorry.
How are they talking anyway?
Yeah. Stupid me.
I think you're forgetting that Reina or Rika at this point is slowly bleeding out.
Yeah, I get it.
You think that I'm a monster or something?
You are.
I don't want people to think of me as a monster.
Then don't act like one. We'd never think of you that way. If you're with us, you're our friend.
Yeah, we wouldn't call our friend a monster.
Yukishi hit this man with an emotional concussion. Yeah.
Not this team too. This is the music that makes you start crying.
Yeah, it's working. Together with a graphic especially.
It's your heart that determines whether you're a monster or not. Right, Shion?
I'm just glad I don't need to voice another character on that screen.
Indeed. I guess I'm more like a monster in that sense. You won't call me a monster, even though I have horns on my head?
Hanyu, I never hated you for the way you look or for the fact that you're a ghost. I hated you for the fact that you didn't help.
We won't call you that just because of the way you look. You're actually cute, you know?
Watch out for Reina. She might try and take you home.
I realized then that I was standing with everyone, looking down at my own body. I see. I'm finally dead. I looked at my bloody body by my feet. It upset me that Takano was still enjoying the torture, but the body that remained was nothing but a shell.
Somehow having it spelled out to me is worse.
I'm glad you have the backslide.
Fuck you too. Here, have a coffee-stained tissue.
No, thank you. I think this is the first chapter where I actually feel like crying.
It's not the first one, but damn, it gets harder. Do ghosts, spirits, get stuffy noses?
They caused them.
Takano's face in Byakuya is crazy in the manga. I
look forward to seeing it.
I don't want to see it. Are you okay, Rika-chan?
Meep. Don't you think it's a bit strange to ask that question to that person? Everyone smiled brightly. It's my first time feeling so much love and death. Everyone is already dead. That's why I feel so happy to be dead. To join them.
But we don't get to join them. We have to go back.
Suddenly, the world got darker, and my body started to sink downward. Please tell me that's the end of this. I could feel myself disappearing. I still had the sensation of my friend's hand on mine.
Stop giving me lines! I'm not in a state where I can read them. For stream purposes, there's a lot of the chapter left. What?
Oh my god. Don't tell me we're gonna go through being reborn again.
How? What is chapter 8 gonna be? What is left?
I have a feeling we're gonna swap the Takano's perspective.
Oh, this will be probably the first time I I read a book and I'm looking forward to getting fucking killed.
We still need to know what comes or what they do after this. And I think that's the question, or that's the answer we'll still be getting in this chapter.
Wait.
I think it's a perceptive swap.
Wait a goddamn fucking second. Are we gonna beat Takano now? Because she becomes the queen carrier.
But you think Rika's consciousness is being pulled into Takano?
Oh, that's a nightmare scenario for me. I don't want that. Let's go, everyone.
Yeah, let's go. You're also one of us. Come on, stop crying and let's go. My vision had gone dark, but somehow I could still see. Reina offered her hand to Hanyu, and Hanyu slowly took it. Hanyu, I don't know what sad experiences you had before we met, but I'm sure my friends will accept you. Is it still going to be fun if I'm involved? Are you sure they'll accept me? Yes. So come along with us. Reina touched Hanyu's hand.
Wait. How can we see this? How
can we see anything?
No, I understand the whole we're all dead thing. But Reina got pulled back to her body. Rika got pulled back and we can now see Rika.
Oh,
we are now Hanyu.
This is a press A moment. It felt like everyone else laid their hands on top too. If only they had hands to do so. Let's go, Hanyu.
Sorry, no hands.
Let's accept this sorrow, so we can embrace joy as well. Believe in the bright future that's waiting for us. The miracle will happen. We will obtain it. Okay? Yes. Hanyu said with a definite nod. What's outside of the well? Is it something worth fighting for? What's outside of the well? Is it something worth getting hurt for? What's outside of the well? I'm going to fight and get hurt in order to find that out. I'm sure what's waiting is a beautiful world, even if I get to the bottom of the well again. The key to the new world is my willingness to get out of here. Even if I can get out or not, I will eventually get to the new world.
Higurashi when they cried Chapter 7 Minagoroshi staff credits. You lied to me, Aya!
I really thought we would now keep going.
I take it back. I don't know yet if there is still plenty of stuff in the chapter left, because, hear me out, there could be post-credit stuff.
Yeah.
There will most likely be more tips, and we still need to have the interview with Ryukishi-sama. That happened the last two chapters as well.
I'm actually kind of happy that it is ended the way it did.
I was thinking, I didn't get to say it because fuck you for playing the Higurashi-san right now. Because I thought internally my stomach, I guess, my feelings were bracing for the scene of what Takano does to Rika. But I thought it's really just 3 lines of her looking at the moon and saying, I'm looking at the faces of the people around me. Yeah. Then the moon turns red and then it fades to black. I thought that was very classy.
Yeah, I'm usually the one that prefers to experience those moments as well. But it's quite nicely done.
I expected from the beginning that it was going to end like this, and still nothing prepared me for it. Minagoroshi means massacre, yeah.
Yeah, we should have seen it coming, honestly.
Yeah, no, that it works. Yeah. All right.
Emergency Manual 1. If the existence of a terminal patient L5 is confirmed, the Institute Director must resolve the situation before the L5 begins engaging in antisocial behavior. However, they must ensure that the secret remains hidden. To that end, the Director may also request assistance from the Secrecy Preservation Unit. As for the Secrecy Preservation Unit, they may request permission to fire from the Institute Director if necessary. All efforts should be made to secure the L5 subject is alive. But if that proves obstructive to maintaining secrecy, their life may be forfeit. At all times, maintaining secrecy and preventing exposure will be of the highest priority. However, preserving secrecy will take priority over preventing exposure.
Emergency Manual Appendix 9 FAQ. Question. Can Emergency Manual 34 be administered if an outbreak of L5 occurs, putting matters beyond the control of the Secrecy Preservation Unit? Additionally, is the Institute Director responsible for determining what constitutes an out-of-control situation? Answer, yes. Question. If an accident occurs and a hazardous material, the H170 series, is exposed to the public, can Emergency Manual 34 be administered? Answer, yes. Question. If an accident has occurred and the nature of the institute is revealed to the public, the Secrecy Preservation Unit will take steps to resolve the situation. However, if this information is spread too widely, can Emergency Manual 34 still be administered? Additionally, is the Institute Director responsible for making that decision? Answer, yes. Question. The decision to execute Emergency Manual 34 must be carefully deliberated over and sanctioned over by an official. However, in the case of emergency, does the Institute Director have the right to make the final decision? Answer. The execution of Emergency Manual 34 must be sanctioned by an official at all times. However, the Institute Director may petition the urgency of its use to an official.
Emergency Manual 34. Reproduction or removal of this document is prohibited. This manual may only be read with the appropriate permissions. This manual will only apply upon approval by the highest authority. Nothing short of official authorization shall count as approval. Furthermore, those authorized to apply this manual must make their decision as soon as possible when it is required. If the situation threatens to spiral out of control and the official accedes that this is the case, the Erie Institute must make the final decision to preserve the secret and prevent its detection by others. The following is an outline of how to execute that final resolution. Terminate all patients above L2. Destroy all evidence inside the Institute. Conceal the fact that this manual was administered. The contents of this manual must be executed by the Institute Director within 48 hours of the incident. If the Director is not available, the Chief Officer must execute it in his place.
That's what Takano is doing, I assume, to cover her ass.
The Institute Director may demand support from the Chief Officer in executing this manual. If this manual is expected to be executed, the Chief Officer may issue the preliminary orders. The final resolution must be executed in the following steps. Disguise the incident as a natural gas disaster and quarantine the area. The quarantine unit must disguise themselves as police officers and isolate the Hinamizawa region from the outside world. The official explanation must be that there is a gas disaster within the village.
Chapter 3.
The equipment for that operation will be stored at a vacant lot where Yugoshi Quarry used to be. The equipment must undergo routine maintenance, blah blah. In the event of external breach or internal escape, if they do not respond to the notice of the gas disaster or orders to evacuate, use of firearms is authorized. The approval to use firearms is given by the Chief of the Secrecy Preservation Unit to the Chief of the Traffic Blockade Unit.
Shutting down communications. The Communication Sabotage Unit must ensure that all forms of communication, including radio, have been disabled in the Hinamizawa area. We must take care not to fall under suspicion, and communications must be disrupted for a minimum amount of time. The facility belonging to the telephone company is inside of a traffic blockade, so any civilians inside may be shot and killed. The Chief of a Secrecy Preservation Unit may give permission to use lethal force to the Chief of a Communication Sabotage Unit.
Assembling the infected carriers. The Secrecy Preservation Unit must assemble the infected populace in the Hinamizawa Regional Disaster Shelter. Refer to the enclosed documents for gathering procedures. Upon assembly, the unit must count the number of the infected and confirm that everyone is present. Be sure to not allow the infected to expose the true nature of the gas disaster. Additionally, the infected must not be allowed to bring any large personal belongings with them. However, they may take their valuables, including bank books and cash. Infected who refuse to assemble may be shot, but the Chief of the Secretary Preservation Unit must carefully consider the decision to do so.
Well, if SPU Chief is Takano, I know how that answer goes. Terminating the infected. Once they are assembled, the Secrecy Preservation Unit must terminate all of the infected. Before that point, care must be taken to ensure that they are not suspicious of a story of a gas disaster. Be sure that they are treated as humanely as possible. If any problems occur, the unit has approval to fire their weapons. The Chief of a Secrecy Preservation Unit must also make that decision. Bodies with gunshot wounds should not be placed together with those that have been poisoned.
Concealment of the Institute. The Institute Concealment Unit must collect all of the classified items, referred to the 193 items in the appendix, in the Institute in order to suppress the evidence. Refer to the appendix for more detailed instructions. The research staff at the Institute must assist with this operation. This unit must exercise extreme caution as they will be handling a number of toxic substances. Strict quarantine must be maintained of the concealment block. The airproof door must be welded shut and the underground area must be flooded. The entrance to the area must be welded shut and concealed completely. Furthermore, the concealment block will be completely removed within 3 years. The Institute Concealment Unit must eliminate all civilians who would try to approach the Institute. The use of firearms is not permitted except in emergencies. The Chief of the Secrecy Preservation Unit may give the order to fire.
Searching the village. The Secrecy Preservation Unit must search the whole village for any survivors. Any person who was not present during the assembly must be found. Any survivors found after the termination of the infected may be shot immediately. However, if a survivor is willing to surrender, do not shoot and instead take them into the custody of the Secrecy Preservation Unit. The unit must then terminate the captive using the same method as for the other infected. That's the end of chapter 2.
Yeah.
So Keiichi also got killed there.
All of this is basically been pulled off at some point.
SCP, basically. Yeah. Scorch and burn method.
Post-mission transfer to General Forces. Transfer the job to the official disaster recovery team. Make sure not to arouse suspicion.
Complete withdrawal. After the completion of all operations, the Secrecy Protection Unit will retreat from the Hinamizawa area. We must be careful not to be suspected by the disaster recovery team. Furthermore, the Institute will continue to secure the concealment block until complete removal is finished.
The Queen and her carriers, but...
How about... Yaya, I'm sorry, I said I don't believe you because we saw the credits. Clearly there is...
It keeps going.
A lot more, like you said. And I say we save the rest for next time.
That is a good idea. I'm not sure, did we consider that the gas disaster thing was not actually real?
Yeah.
No,
Did we write it down as a prediction? I don't know, but did we talk about that being man-made?
No, we said it was caused, but this is just fake and set up. It doesn't actually happen.
Yeah, I mean, they do something. Remember in episode 4, Akasaka was discussing a theory? Yes. The one that this was all faked.
Yeah, but we had discussed that this is caused by someone, but not that it did not actually happen and it's faked.
Well, we don't know what exactly the process is. We just read part of a manual.
Yeah, but this all sounds like a setup. Just make them believe this is the case. Poison everyone to make it seem like so. There is no actual casting.
See you next week for emotional torture.
As a matter of fact, see you Sunday, hopefully, for more emotional torture.
If you are in a country where the week starts on a Sunday, that is a correct statement. If you are in one of the countries that reads the calendar correctly,
yeah, but all those countries are wrong. We've had this discussion plenty of times.
Sorry, America, and everybody else that does it. You're always saying that Keiichi did it by dumping Teppei's bike into the swamp, weren't you? Jokingly, yes, that somehow him throwing something heavy into the swamp wriggled a stone free that then made the swamp go all Shrek fart and then...
That there was some trigger. Like we always discuss that there's something that triggers this. That triggered it, whether it was something like that or the government on purpose, but not that the entire thing was fake.
I mean, either way it could be.
Yeah, but this is definitely the entire thing was fake. It even says that that all of the people are just poisoned.
Yeah.
That you don't need to poison them if they die by a gas leak.
That's true, I guess.
So the entire thing is a setup.
I don't know.
There is no gas leak.
I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm still processing the ending of chapter... Sorry, the before the credits ending of chapter 7.
Well, these are just the tips that you're going through now.
No, they're not, because we didn't get back to a tip menu.
Yeah, but they're officially the tips.
I don't...
100%,
how do you know?
100% this is the
Tifa
tips.
made the game,
100% this is the tips.
You're just the tips. Just the tip. And that's Minagoroshi. Yep. Well... You know, when I made the schedule on Monday, I was thinking, we're gonna be in chapter 8 before the end of the week. Nope! Sunday, still gonna be chapter 7.
No, I think it's on Sunday. We probably will be able to swap to 8, I think.
You'll be swapped to 8.
But yeah, no shocking end for Rika and her friends.
No, I'm
Did I wish it would have been different? Yes.
shocking, yes. Surprising, no.
Oh well. Better luck next chapter, right?
I do and I don't hope that when she comes back in the next world, one, she gets to be in one that everything worked out well in so far, or at least as well as in chapter 7. Tifa just threw the little pleasure.
I caught it.
I hope she gets to live in a happy life again, or the happiest possible life. For example, like chapter 7. Maybe an even better one, I wouldn't mind that. But if she remembers tonight, I said it earlier, I would start murdering people.
Well, I'm curious to see how the next chapter will start. But even we will need to believe more until next time. And with we, I mean
I guess,
all of us.
I guess I'm sorry.
Do you want to know chapter 8's title this time or next time? Save it for next time.
It's called Matsuribayashi.
Well, spoilers.
I don't know what that means. I already downloaded chapter 8 because I was thinking we'll need it sooner than later. Matsuribayashi, and I don't know what that means. Hopefully, the golden route where nothing bad ever happens, everybody gets to live long, happy lives, and everything is awesome and daisies.
Well, I'll look forward to knowing, but next time we do have to slowly start getting it to an end because it's
Next
also...
time.
Oh, yeah,
But
Sunday.
next time we'll have to do that. Oh, but next time. Because
we do slowly need to start wrapping it up. Today is Community Day with Skinner and Benjima, who will be going live in roughly 4 minutes and will be playing Among Us, which I'm really looking forward to. And I still need to move the entire setup to the living room.
And that's also why we are going to raid Hideo Benjima, who just went live.
Oh, he's already live. He's not online.
You're welcome, everybody. Tifa. Morgus. That's the plan. Good bot, best bot. Sorry, bot is so cute. Tifa, go press the button. Get us out of it. Thank you, everybody, for getting your guts wrenched together with us. Come back on Sunday when we'll wrap this up. If you can stick around for the raid, there'll be Among Us and other stuff. See you then. Bye.
Thank you.